needlessly complicated.
It's not even that it's needlessly complicated. It's that the main gimmick and sort of the driving idea is that this like retarded idea that like historical forces won't be stopped. Oh, actually, things will always be just as bad. I'm Ken Levine. That's my deep philosophical position. Oh.
What is a life?
Did he make the other 2 games?
Yeah.
Ammo, take it. Okay, catch.
But the other 2 games, I think I enjoyed them better. They had a lot more fun gameplay to me. Stories were still dumb as shit, but...
Rejoice!
I can't really explain it better.
That's all I have right now.
I was gonna say I can't really explain it better without going into spoilers about like what eventually happens with all the tears and stuff.
Yeah.
But
fair enough. I mean,
essentially,
mostly
it's
just,
like
yeah.
The point the game is trying to make is really dumb.
I honestly think it didn't make a lot of sense near the end.
It doesn't. It's stupid.
Like, I pretty much blitzkrieged through this game the first time, so it was kind of confusing anyways, but then I read some threads about it, and it still didn't make any sense.
This game is so far up its own ass that it could clean its teeth.
I don't know why, it likes to get drunk sometimes.
So what mic were you looking at? Snowball?
It wasn't the Snowball, it was the other one, like the CAD, I think? CAD 30, maybe?
I think Snowball is the go-to for all the goons who buy sort of budget condenser mics.
Yeah, it's between those 2. I mean, they both apparently have sound issues, like it picks up a lot of sound around the house and whatnot, but this mic does just that too, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a condenser mic, so it's going to be more... It's going to pick up more sound.
I can't imagine it'll pick up more than the one I have now. The one I have now could be in the kitchen, like, 30 feet away, and hear my wife clearly. I'm not really sure. I'm not... That's why I'm asking. I don't really know a whole lot about audio.
It's...
well, you're thinking of an answer to that question. Ma, the Florida weather sucks. It's hot as hell all the time, always. Where am I going? Let's go upstairs.
Wipe them out!
like, the...
Feel free to Google the answer. Senior probably won't know.
It's... I'm just trying to think where to start, how much background to give. Like, they used to call a capacitor a condenser. And that is the condenser referred to in the name of condenser mic. What it is, you know, a microphone has a diaphragm that you talk into and it makes vibrations. Well, in this case,
Elizabeth?
the diaphragm in a condenser mic is the, like, top plate of the top plate of the, what's it called? Capacitor. And so that's how it, you know, detects what's going on. It's the changes in voltage and stuff. As the capacitance is affected by all the moving around and stuff.
Feel better already. I see him.
All I know is that it makes it supposedly sound better.
Yeah, they're a lot better. Just because they're a lot more precise as to interpreting what's coming in, and you know, that kind of stuff.
What kind of mic do you have?
I have I don't actually know what kind it is. but it's on my headset.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too. I have a microphone on my headset. That's the extent of what I know. I can take a look at my headset. Let me look. Let me hold on.
Turtle Beach PC. Let's see if it tells me what kind of microphone it is.
Napster TM-YB100A. That is my mic.
Well, that doesn't. I mean, that doesn't help at all with knowing what.
I would assume somebody in the chat could probably Google it or something. Yapster headphones. Yeah, and I see there's a lot of good microphones that are like, you know, 100 and up, and I'm really cheap. I could probably drop 50, maybe 75 tops without too much trouble, but anything more than that, it's streaming. It's like it's a lot of money. Supposedly it needs a wind gate, or a wind gate, I think it's called, which I plan to get because it's like $8.
Oh yeah, the screen in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they call it like a pop guard or something.
Yeah. It's because it's going to be picking up everything more.
Yeah. I followed some random Twitch person because they apparently use that mic, and it looks like she keeps it a good 2 or 3 feet away, and it has decent-ish quality. Let's see if I can catch one of her streams and see if it's worthwhile.
There they are, the tools.
Now we just have to get them back to the Vox, and then we get our airship. I need a lock picked.
I can do that.
Pop shield, yeah, that sounds right.
It's done.
Did they ever explain the whole... they're dead in this dimension, but they have nosebleeds in the other dimension? I don't remember.
By getting guns for the Vox Populi.
It's gonna help us.
He can make a change.
Who, the twins?
Anybody? Like, is that explained? Because I remember they bring it up, but I don't remember the resolution of why they remember being dead.
I think it's just because of the, like, she's smushing reality together.
Makes sense. I don't know if there's like a...
Like, I think what they're trying to do there is just drive home that it's really fucked up that this is a, you know, a thing that is happening at all.
That she's able to do this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, it's like that, and I think S's as well.
Well, we sure as
yeah,
hell
microphones do not enjoy sibilants.
God, we didn't think this all the way through. What is that?
Oh,
It looks like a tear to another version of this room that doesn't have any tools in it.
Well, if the tools aren't in there,
Then they must be back
at the shop.
Booker, if we go into this tear, I don't think there's any turning back.
I love that every time we go into a tear, she gets really worried. It's like, I don't think we'll be able to come back. Like, why would I give a shit? I don't want to come back. This tear
hold on to
sucks.
this.
Well, this straight up is not Booker's life. This is not where he's from.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Harry Kim in Star Trek Voyager.
Do it.
Like I
No,
said
look,
last
it's
night.
not at all the same.
Oh, yeah, because he died.
No,
No, he died.
no, this is not at all the same. That is literally the exact same person in the exact same situation.
Well, that did something.
Come on, let's head back to the.
Only one
contact
dies
and
and then
get
the
a
other one replaces him.
ship. I
This
aim to
would
be
be
on that airship.
this would
Well
be
shut in
akin
this place for long.
to like
Booker, if the Vox get their weapons, there's going to be a revolution just like Les Miserables.
the original series
People are gonna
Shatner
have better
getting sucked into
lives.
the new movie universe where everything is really horrible, and finding a woman who can just, you know, pop into whatever random multiverse, and he's like, rather than just go back to my reality where like billions of Vulcans didn't die uselessly and like we're not constantly at war with everything and everything's way better, let's try to figure out your problem here. Even though the other way is like way less work.
Isn't that basically what happened in Generations, though? He got sucked into that universe, and he just didn't give a shit. He just wanted to live there forever.
Well, I did read and it's mostly in jest, I think, but it's a sort of whimsical fan theory that Picard never made it out of the Nexus.
Oh god.
That sounds.
And that is why all the like later movies, he's a badass.
I could see that though, maybe.
And so that like it's, you know, and it ramps up between each movie.
Can you feel it?
As he gets like
Daisy's mood
more
is
and more badass, and there's
Things
more and more
can
action
change
scenes.
quicker, and we
And
can
really,
be
it's
part
just
of
because
it.
Patrick Stewart wanted to do more than just
Once
be
we get our
Captain
airship,
Picard,
we'll
like
be well shut of this place.
doing speeches about things.
Well, then in like the last movie, he ends up having a clone of himself. So that theory actually kind of makes a little bit of sense. Like, that's pretty narcissistic. It's like, hey, there's this clone of me. I better kill myself, in a manner of speaking. What was this mind doing here?
And it jives with the fact that nobody has ever emerged from the Nexus, you know, over just thousands and thousands of years, except for this one dude.
Because he wished it. I never understood how that worked.
And that one dude, the only thing he wants in life is to get back, in the Nexus. Ergo, Picard never made it out.
Last movie he rode a buggy thing? When was that?
Yeah, they fight. They go all Mad Max because they go to some planet to look for parts of what's his name, Data. Spoiler.
Oh yeah.
And
I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, there was a reason because it was amazing.
Let's see if I remember the plot so far. So what's happened is that someone hired, I want to say he's a private investigator?
Yeah. Sorta. He's like
hired,
a super investigator, like one of the CD ones.
Yeah. Somebody hired out-of-work Private Dick, Booker DeWitt, to rescue a girl from this city, and then, without him really understanding what was going on, sucked him into another universe where all of this is happening. Was
it rescue, or it sounded like more like kidnapped?
Well, it's presented as, you know, get her out of the city, bring her somewhere else.
It's just whether it's altruistic or not.
Well, it's not altruistic. He's getting paid to do it. But
well, I meant for them.
I mean, even as just how the city is presented as you first come into it, he's rescuing her from this horrible place. Like, this place sucks. Everyone sucks, and it's the worst.
I had a thought the other day. Why is half the city basically Fallout sort of levels of destruction? Like as soon as all the shit happens, like most of the main area is just completely wrecked. Oops, that was my ally. Who's that? Was that just...
because that's where the poor people are, and they immediately ruin everything. Ken Levine is not super subtle in the point he's trying to make.
I think I just shot a Vox guy and now he's mad at me.
Yeah. And so, super duper badass Booker DeWitt sees a, I'm trying to remember what it is that sets them off that you're not supposed to be here. It's like a stoning of a couple.
Yeah, well, it's a stoning of the black couple, or the interracial couple, and then they see the mark on the back of his hand. It says, I think it's AP or something. And that makes you the false prophet, because that was the sign.
And so that's when shit hits the fan, and you sort of kill your way to the giant sparkly tower that the Keeper kidnapped in, and then you're like, hey, I'm here to rescue you, and she's like, oh, thank God. This place is so tedious. Here, check this out. I can open portals to other dimensions. And you're like, hey, that's nice and all, but I want to steal a Zeppelin. And then she's like, oh, we can take that Zeppelin to Paris. And you're like, yeah, whatever. Who can get us a Zeppelin? Oh, I know, the communist rebels.
And then you try and take her to New York instead, but she knows all the latitudes.
Yeah. Because in addition to
hero of the Vox,
her, you know, insane ability to open portals to other dimensions, she's like cripplingly autistic.
Well, to be fair, she's a little socially inept because she's been trapped in a tower her whole life.
Well, sure, but she also knows all the latitudes for world cities. Like, come on. At which point she like
Booker, come back to me.
brains you with a cast iron pan or something, pushes you out of the Zeppelin. Has that happened yet?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. And so then Booker has to work with the communist rebels who you have gotten guns. Which, spoiler, big mistake. Have you gone through the factory area yet?
We just found the tools, and then we went back to the main universe, I guess. Or maybe this is a third universe, I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I don't think you ever get back to the proper initial universe.
Well, she just said that our nose was bleeding, which, you know, ooh.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question, Gorb.
Well, have you gone through the big industrial area with the like super capitalist guy and his kids?
I don't know the kids. We went through with Fink, and he wanted to take us and have him join his little rebellion or his little army.
Yeah. And then Daisy Fitzroy puts an end to that.
Yeah, and now I think we just got the guns for Daisy.
Okay. Yeah. So there's this, I forget, like Barton Fink or something. And he's a big capitalist, and he runs a big factory place, and it's essentially a like
Fitzroy. That's how you spell the name.
A company town.
Right.
Where he's indentured everybody by making them pay for things in company script, and so they can never afford to like quit and move somewhere else because everything in his Fink town is too expensive. And so you're going through there trying to get something. I don't even remember. I think maybe you're just chasing her. You're trying to get what's her name back.
We're getting the tools for the Vox, so they'll give the airship back.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're doing now, Gorp. We needed to get the tools to the rebels so we can get the airship back so we can take Elizabeth to Paris.
Yeah.
That's the objective as of now. But apparently in this universe, I was a martyr, Elizabeth said, because my nose was bleeding.
Yeah. So Fink was like, you know, you're kind of really studly. You should join my army. And you're like, eh. And then Daisy Fitzroy shows up and shoots him in the head as the kids are watching. And then you're supposed to be like, whoa, maybe Daisy isn't the good guy, even though she's a freedom fighter. Oh.
I don't remember if that part's happened yet.
It's really deep, Ken Levine. Oh. Well, spoilers. Everybody kills everybody. That's the story, and that's what he thinks is depth.
Also, it doesn't matter whether he dies or not. He's not important to the plot.
Oh, no, nobody is.
That's basically the point. Anybody beyond Elizabeth and Booker are not important. And maybe Comstock.
And the giant mechanical George Washingtons.
Yes, those are important. Also, I can't tell who the good guys and the bad guys are in this area because they all dress the same and look the same.
I've got ammo!
Essentially, the only thing this game has going for it, to me, is the kind of funny covers of popular songs from our timeline done in like stupid 1920s styles.
I think this game has really fun gameplay with a really maybe really fun is pushing it. A fun gameplay with a really stupid story.
About the time that I got to the bank, this game had overstayed its welcome and I just wanted to be done.
I'm fine down here.
I was fine playing it, and that's why I'm playing it now, because I enjoy the gameplay, but the story itself is a... What I really want to do is I want to play the DLCs, which I have not played through yet at all.
I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, that's just kind of why I'm playing through this now. I can take or leave the story, but I do want to play those too.
I don't know if I could. I just couldn't get past the fact that the story is like college seminar 101.
Basically.
Of just idiotic opinions and being retarded.
Gorp, you didn't think that Elizabeth was important?
She's the most important.
She's like she's basically the only important character.
I mean, she is literally the only reason. She's the only reason this whatever, I don't even remember what the stupid town is called, but she's the only reason the town exists. She's the only reason Booker exists. She's the only reason Comstock exists. She's the only reason those twins exist.
More money.
Basically.
Okay, cash.
All the technology, thanks to her. Literally everything, thanks to her.
She has a lot of importance in this game.
She tries to make any decision and exercise agency. Yes, the city completely falls apart, and now everything is completely fucked. Way to go, Elizabeth, stupid bitch.
Or I created one.
Did the people who hired you Yes, we have to bring it back alive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not specifically mentioned, but you need to bring her somewhere. They don't want a dead Elizabeth.
Dead Elizabeth cannot open tears. Alive Elizabeth can open tears.
Oh, hey, my bird traps are still active in this part of the city. That's also the best part of this game, killing people with birds.
Wrong.
No. Birds are the best.
I feel like I killed an absolutely unreasonable number of people just bashing them with a weapon. You can bash people that are too close, right?
You can melee them, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, whoa, shit. My allies are mad because they wandered into the crows.
I spent like an unreasonable amount of time just smashing people in the face with a rock, or the barrel, not the barrel, the butt of the gun.
I like doing it with the... I like the melee, yeah, but I don't know, it doesn't do it.
Or whatever it is. Oh no, it's
the grinder thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I don't know if this is a gameplay thing or story, but my bird traps are still active here. And this is like the place I was at 2 or 3 levels ago. So either the gameplay, the engine sucks, or this may be the same tear.
Engine sucks.
Engine sucks, probably. I'm trying to make some link.
I don't think it can be the same tear because the changes you're making are current. You know, it's like at worst you gave Daisy guns yesterday, but where you are now, like, this has been going on longer than that, and like it's been a longer problem, and things in the past have changed in a way that doesn't make any sense, you know?
Sure. Plus there are places here I haven't looted, which I loot everything, so. Do the birds have nosebleeds? I'm not sure. So what does the game want us to do? We return to the gunsmith shop, so now we need to go talk to Chen Li, I guess.
The game probably wants you to be a dick.
Oh wait, Chen Li's dead. I forgot about that.
They're dead.
Well.
Let's leave this place. Let's go to the factory and get our action.
Spoilers. Booker DeWitt is really good at getting people killed.
None of it. You just opened a door to this world and we stepped through.
Directly and indirectly.
Sure, Booker. Did I just bring us to a
I would go so far as to say, in a lot of the cases, it's not his fault and it's not something he can control, but people die around him.
I told you, I always thought
people die around him a super
little trick
duper
was a
lot.
form of wish fulfillment.
Well, I would say the majority of his deaths are directly caused, to be fair.
Well, okay. In the situations where you are straight up murdering people, yes, Booker DeWitt is the reason they have died.
When he sends a flock of deadly birds, that's mostly his fault. Well, you can't just open a tear anywhere, Senior. All the tears she's opened recently have been fortunistic, I guess. They've helped us.
I found some money.
Air quote.
Want it?
But she can't open up a tear anywhere anymore, anyways.
If he could bed you down in straw, he'd bed you down
Yeah,
in
you've
straw.
got some issues.
And when your arms get frail and your legs grow weak,
Something soon.
Oh my god, how do I interact with these cows?
What are you playing?
Not Blade.
Patriot!
No. No. Don't do bad cows.
Oh, god damn it. Just tried to control the Patriot and it hit one of the guys right next to him.
It's the worst.
Probably be a big evil bird. Yeah, it is bird.
Slaughter ya!
Has a name?
You bet.
Songbird.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the fact that she can just open a tear where like none of this has happened. It's lost on her. Like, you know, I get that she's not necessarily in perfect control.
Right, she's just using it. It's not like she's just playing with fire, really. Also, this game is much harder on hard difficulty.
I would like to offer some words of counsel to one Jeremiah.
Like, one of the fights near the end is ridiculously hard.
Philosophy on the good people.
Stuck on that for several days.
The really great thing, and not at all fucked up about the Songbird, is that inside its feed,
airship out.
Are we volunteering?
Do what?
it's a person.
I missed the first. They were talking.
Oh, I said the really great thing about Songbird is that inside, like all that shit,
Oh, it's a person.
it's a very, very unhappy with his life person.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. I thought it was just all mechanics. But no, that was a person, isn't it?
Yep. They have done awful thing to make him the Songbird.
Well, he gets to fly.
I feel like it's one of those situations where the result is not like he gets to fly, but rather he is now left in a choice with the monstrosity he has become. But to take wing.
Is it like Ass Effect where putting it at extra hard seems fine until they get to an area? No, it's pretty hard throughout. I mean, you know, take it as you will from me. I'm pretty bad at video games, but I made it through all of hard, and it was rough.
Yeah. It's pretty hard.
Oh, get fucked! Oh, I love that!
Need to sabotage the engine and bring this thing down.
I love jumping, doing that flying jump attack. It's so good. Whoa, that was a rocket to the face. Are we killing Jovial Universe A Fink or the Bitchy Fink? Do we have an option? I don't remember having an option.
Moving to cover!
No, there's no option.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're killing the only Fink you've ever known.
Also,
Cool
as well, I added that one Let's Play to my list so I can actually read it because I keep forgetting every time. Bobbin Threadbare.
Oh, what game of his?
This.
Oh.
Apparently,
Need to
a couple people
sabotage
have been
the
watching
engine
it.
and bring this thing down.
Get behind him! Keep firing!
Rejoice!
Surround him quick! This what you wanted?
Fudgin'. He always does the thief games.
I've never actually watched any of his Let's Plays. I've heard they're good.
And he did, his last one was essentially just him bitching. Here are a bunch of reasons I don't like this game.
Mercy belongs to the
Which
Lord.
one?
Thief 4.
I mean the new one?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think a lot of people like the new one.
Oh, plenty of people liked it. A lot of people who were expecting it to be literal successor in every way to Thief 3 were
Mercy
disappointed
belongs
because
to
there
the
were a bunch of
Lord.
changes because like a decade had gone by.
I have the Thief games. How to play those? I think I have all of them.
Reap what you sow.
Need to sabotage the engine and bring this thing
Can I rap with you, Glorp? Can I get real? Can I lay it down? Schooly H style. The H is for Halman. You're not missing anything?
I disagree. I think the first two are definitely worth playing, or at least the first one at the very least. This one, if you like Bioshock, you know, go ahead, but if you don't really care about Bioshock, you're not missing anything by missing this game. But the first game is really good.
I mean, he's... Just from being on SA, people will have spoiled the game's only real clever or fun thing.
Maybe not. I mean, you wouldn't know unless, like, if you heard that one thing, you may or may not know. Unless you already had, you know, someone spoil it for you. How do I get off this thing? I think I'm going the wrong way. He doesn't know the one thing. I'm glad this airship is taking its time to crash because I'm just wandering around aimlessly.
Hey, Glorp, would you kindly go and watch the Let's Play of it?
Well, don't fucking tell him. He may have been spoiled. Okay, let's spoil him. How the fuck do I get off this thing? I think I died. Oh. Oh! I'm on the ground now. I wonder if I actually died because I took too long to get off the airship.
Yes.
I did not know that was possible. So I died on that airship. That's canon. I see. The first two games are a lot more fun, or the second game is fun because you got to play a Big Daddy. I mean, the plot was kind of dumb, but you got to be a Big Daddy. Where the hell am I? Alright, let's go this way. Fine.
I mean, the only really interesting thing to me about the second one is that apparently in Rapture, photography has advanced to the point where when you take a picture of something, you see all of its like secret weaknesses.
Well,
Polaroids come with a rangefinder and a how to kill.
You know, the best thing about Bioshock 2, if I remember right, was the multiplayer was actually pretty fun.
I never played multiplayer.
It was pretty decent. I mean, not as much as you'd expect.
Was amazing.
Come on, Elizabeth. Let's go find Daisy in the
I
factory.
mean, you know, more than you'd expect, I guess.
Now let's take their heads!
I don't know if it had a PC scene, but the 360, pretty fun multiplayer. I honestly don't like this part of the game, the whole Daisy Fink plotline.
I don't see it!
It's awful.
Like, the rest of the game, whatever, but this part is just like kind of drags.
Like, it's awful, it's not terribly interesting. It doesn't... It doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow from any of the things that have happened.
it takes the focus away from Elizabeth, which is the point of the game. So,
like, it's just a series of events that are dictated to you. Like, they don't necessarily flow. It's just like, oh, by the way, you gave them guns, and now it turns out they're like full-on jihad.
and also I don't remember much about the story in the late game, but I don't think they have much of a point in the later part of the game.
The box?
No.
Well, no, because
Like, they don't come back, I don't think.
They're like weirdly needless destruction of every single thing, and they're really dangerous to fuck with. Floating Sky City. Like, the Vox aren't satisfied to just go and
Daisy
like
said she was
get
coming
some
here for
overtime
We need to take
pay
that
and a
elevator up.
7th day off
That at
for
least
shift
thinks
work.
office.
No. They have to murder everybody and smash the fuck out of everything and completely destroy every aspect of life and whatever. I can't remember what this stupid place is called.
Columbia.
It's like, okay, and why are they doing this? Why not? Good star.
Mob mentality.
Oh yeah, no, this is my super intelligent philosophical point, man. You said mobs are just out of control. Can't control it. Doesn't matter what it is, who it is, what their purpose was. Good mob that could kill everybody. It's just what they do. That's mobs. I'm Tim Levine.
I didn't play Doom 2, Gorp, or much of any of the Doom games, but I have to believe there are better shooters than Doom 2. Or either Doom, to be honest.
Ah.
I mean, like, Doom had its place, sure. I mean, you know, Doom was very important, but it's been a long time. Also, we gonna talk, Elizabeth, or it's gonna be the most boring elevator ride ever? Oh, there we go.
They're just right for each other, aren't they?
Who?
Fitzroy and Comstock.
Well, Cernix, Finkton is more just like a subsection of Columbia.
Yeah, it's like a suburb.
Yeah.
Mr. Lin? My God, I was so set on getting to Paris. I didn't really think that...
You couldn't have known this would happen.
I had a role in this catastrophe. If you want to pretend that we're purely innocents in this, then that's your prerogative, but...
Also, at least for me, the whole like,
Hello?
haha, it's Ayn Rand, get it?
You die, Booker. Saw
Thing
with my own
that
eyes.
Fitzroy. Listen, I got you your guns. I'm here for my airship.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi.
Kind of lost their feel.
You either an imposter
Oh, it turns out actually
or a
this
ghost.
thing that
My Booker
everybody
was a
but
hero
retards
to
know
the
is like
cause,
a
story to tell your
really
children.
shitty philosophical position. Is
You
really
just
shitty.
complicate the narrative.
Who could have thought?
Okay, so now Daisy's pissed because she thinks I'm a ghost or an imposter, because I died.
Yeah.
I should stream Doom 2, that would be very boring, Gorp.
I mean, I don't want to get into why, but even that doesn't make sense. Booker can't be dead in this universe.
I hear ya. Come here.
Oh god. Well, those guys flew. I can't tell when guys are my bad guys or bad guys are allies.
The main indication is, are they shooting at you?
Well, I walked up behind them, and I figured if they were the enemies, they would have heard me or turned around and shot me, but they didn't until I was right next to them. I could make it a music stream. Oh god. I don't know. I don't have the patience to play Doom games. I get kind of claustrophobic in Doom games because you can't look around. I mean, maybe I'm just new school. I can't play older games unless I really appreciated them back then, but I don't know, I just feel really boxed in. Same thing with Fallout, like the original Fallouts.
That is a wrong opinion for bad people.
I'm just saying it as it is.
Like, I'm with you on Doom, but the original Fallouts...
And Fallout's not so bad, but that's definitely Doom. Fallout, I have a problem with the UI.
No, Fallout is awful. Even at the time, a lot of the decisions were just like, why? Why would they do the UI like this?
Yeah, that's why I haven't really played Fallout 1 or 2, because I Sprawl. If I can't figure out the UI in 2 hours, and I'm maybe not great at video games, but I can generally figure out how the mechanics work, at least of the UI. With that game, it didn't happen. Oh shit! It's this one. I forgot about the water magic.
Oh fucking! Oh, the water magic. Yeah, I thought you meant the fight here. I fucking hated this place.
I'm vaguely remembering this place, but
it's like a holdout thing. Waves of enemies keep coming.
Ha! Waves.
Yeah,
because it's water.
That's
Yeah,
what I did.
I remember using this a lot in this area. I mean, crows are great, but
I remember when Fallout 2 came out, and like one of the things that really sold it to us, me and my friends, it was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and you know, it's like, what's so cool? You can hit the numbers on the keyboard, and that'll change the number of items in a stack that you're picking up. And it's like, that's fundamental basic shit that should have just been in Fallout 1.
oh wait, here's Fink shooting the guy in front of his kids.
Yeah, she's
God, that is so. Oh my! And then she like wipes the blood on her face.
Kill the imposters.
Yeah, you need to know that she's not just evil, she's like double, triple, extra evil.
She's like super fucked up.
Fireman!
Use under. Oh man, I forgot about that. Use this to bring enemies toward you.
It's like, hey Daisy, answer this question. How would I be like some weirdo imposter who is exactly the same and also age appropriate? And I have a girl who should be dead also. Come on, Daisy. We'll do this. Also, one of the things that I think a modern player would have a lot of trouble with is waiting like 4 minutes for your turn.
Oh, with Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it moves very slow for me.
Yeah.
It's like God, XCOM, UFO Defense. It's like the UI isn't fantastic, but I played a lot of it.
The UI for the original XCOM is like perfect. It's very simple. It's not obtrusive.
Because you played it as a kid. But if you brought it to somebody who had never played it before,
maybe someone who had never played it before, but at the time it was like a really good example of UI design.
Right.
In an era of generally absolute shit UI design. Like, it was really good. You're like, whoa! Everything's right there on a bar? Oh, that's amazing. I don't need keyboard shortcuts.
Gorp, but how the hell does that make sense? Claustrophobic. I can't look around or see anything other than the wall in front of me. Whether the enemies are there or not doesn't really make a difference.
I think he just doesn't understand, like, on a fundamental level, what it is you're disliking about it.
It's boxed in. It's like a big box.
Rise up, brothers!
Also, this place sucks. I remember
God,
this place now.
starting fights in New Reno is the absolute worst idea. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody like starts shit with each other. It just goes on and on and on and never ends. And it is simultaneously a beautiful disaster and the worst thing in the world.
Is New Reno a place in Fallout 2?
Yeah. It's literally New Reno.
Can't find anything!
Also, I forgot that this vigor. Oh god, this vigor lets you push people off of the
What do you?
Much obliged.
What do you not understand, Glorp? There's no vistas. There's no open expanses. Everything is a corridor or a slightly larger corridor that leads into a smaller corridor. And because it's the shitty as fuck, dumb old Doom engine, everything is boxy as fuck. So it's super obvious that it's an endless series of boxish, very similarly sized corridors. Like, Like, I don't really make fun of Roar all the
what
time,
else
but
I
this,
can
he's
find.
not being obtuse in this instance.
I mean, I want to like Doom because, you know, everybody likes Doom.
I don't.
Look out! Handyman!
It's not 1992 anymore. Get over it.
Every step is like coals.
Other, just like impossibly better games have come out.
Oh shit, I'm running out of ammo. Shit, get out of here, get out of here. Well, I don't know about Doom 3. I mean, I never played it, but I would assume that a lot of the problem with Doom 3 is that people were expecting, you know, something like Doom 2.
Yeah. They did not go.
Shit, fucking handyman. I need a better gun. Why do I spawn here? Why do I spawn right next to the handyman?
So good.
And like, here's the other important thing, Gorp. Remember this. Roar not liking a game does not diminish your own experience of the game.
It's very true. We all have different opinions.
I mean, in most cases, yours is the wrong one, Gorp, and mine is the correct one. Doom 2 was great when it was 1991 and we were all retarded and didn't know better about game design, but now it's just dumb shit, and I wish nerds would get over it.
Also, Gorp, your opinion of games is suspect. Because most great games you do not like.
I don't know enough about his.
Why are you doing this?
He doesn't like adventure games, for one thing.
Modern adventure games kind of low.
I don't even know of any... well, Detective Grimoire is the only modern one that I've played recently.
Cut it out of you!
Really? I seem to remember...
Oh, yeah, Grimoire.
Tex
Grim.
Murphy.
Oh, I don't know if Gorp... He didn't really complain about that one.
Although, actually, Tex Murphy was very explicitly exactly the same as the old Tex Murphy games.
Still looking.
No hiding!
Where the hell's the handyman? Ah, there he is!
Go away! Please! Go away!
Everybody liked Tex Murphy. Unless you were literally Satan.
Yeah, I don't think...
All I have right now.
It's hard not to like Tex Murphy.
A Satan of opinions. Are you a Satan of opinions, Glorp?
I have no weapons left. There we go.
Also, Pyroy, Black and White 2 is a good game.
I don't know about... Wait. Great games like Black and White 2? I don't know. I never played Black and White 2, but Gorp hates Black and White 1, but so...
Because he's a monster.
Alright, so where do I go from here? Oh, this stupid fight's over. Oh, there we go.
No, no, no!
Oh god, she's gonna
kill that child.
she's gonna shoot the kid.
Booker, we have to do something. We have to act. We have to get in there. Come on, Booker, we've got to get out of here. Boost me up.
I don't remember that, Sprawl. Did that actually happen?
People complaining about Tex Murphy?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Go!
Maybe like the first or second stream, but by then, the people who hated it stopped coming in.
Is this it? Is this your movement, Daisy?
Movement.
This is what needs to be done. You see, the founders ain't nothing but weeds. Cut them down and they just grow back. If you want to get rid of the weed, you gotta.
Black and White was great for the first couple islands, then it got really not so great.
Like most games by what's his name?
Elizabeth.
Peter Molyneux.
Molyneux, yeah. The concept, the initial concept, the initial conceit are good, and then the game continues to be a giant game instead of like a fun series of mini games or something.
Elizabeth. Whoa, hey, easy.
Essentially, the issue with Peter Molyneux games is that they make them into full feature-length games.
Didn't that one he put out recently suck? Like the mobile one? Goddess? No, that was on Steam. It got really bad reviews.
I don't even think there's proper gameplay yet with it.
Just with the
I don't know
doctor
anything
ordered.
about it. All I can tell you about Goddess is that they never paid the guy money they said they would.
I remember it being on sale, and I thought it really looked kind of neat, but then I read, like, almost all the reviews were terrible, so like, nah.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky? Never heard of it.
Like, Molyneux is the kind of person who should be working under somebody else with, like, zero control.
I don't think he would be up for that.
Well, no, he wouldn't, but he would also turn out good things.
I know how this feels. Listen, I think you should talk to me.
Elizabeth's all sad because she just killed Daisy in cold blood. Or I guess
I mean, it's not really cold blood.
Yeah, I guess not cold blood, but she just totally backstabbed her. Literally.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's not happy because she's never murdered anybody before. Even when it's justified, it's still murder. Elizabeth has the very unsophisticated worldview of somebody who lived in a giant tower, afraid of a giant mechanical bird their whole life.
Was she afraid of the bird though? I thought she. Oh, she cut off her hair. I forgot about that.
She knows she can't leave because of it.
I thought the songbird was like her. I don't want to say her friend, but
it's like the only thing she was allowed to interact with. So in that sense, it is her friend.
How do I do what?
And that she has formed an attachment to it.
How do you
because she had no one else to form one with.
Things that you've done?
I forgot she cut her hair. I think this haircut looks better.
Just learn to live with it.
I'm a big fan of original Elizabeth.
New York? Or
now she looks too much like she belongs in whatever the newest America McGee's Alice would be.
No!
Shit.
Is there another?
Come on,
Is there another Alice game?
Go faster.
He's making something. I know that.
There's got to be some sort of throttle or accelerator.
Do you know what that looks
I just
like?
mean, you know, like she looks all grim, dark, and serious now.
She looked pretty serious before. Oh hey, it's a songbird.
When you meet Elizabeth, she looks pretty Disney princessy.
Elizabeth, yeah. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Oh, I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Alice. She always looked a little serious.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, Elizabeth was very Disney princess.
That's not it.
Yeah, now she's Alice.
Is. Try again.
All right.
Hold on.
She looks all strung out. Her hair's uneven. She's got like bags under her eyes.
She's had a rough day.
Stop them.
Booker, I just need my next tonic.
Hurry.
Give me a hit.
Isn't.
Whatever they're called.
Play the whole song, he'll come back.
Try.
Here.
Fine.
The one princess with the blue dress.
Stop it!
The only princess I remember with the blue dress
You don't know what you're
was Cinderella.
I want to say Ariel wears a blue dress at one point.
She does near the in the middle,
Notes
yeah.
were correct.
The instrument.
Like it's a really light one, if I remember correctly.
When they're on the
If
carriage.
you know how to sing to him.
He will take you where you need to go.
I like that one gif of the one kid who gives the telegram in the beginning, and the telegram ends up being dick butt.
Perhaps a waltz.
Who are you?
It's so good.
Where we are needed.
And needed where we are. So Comstock uses these songs. Are there others we can use? Something to
The
keep
thing
a
that
bird
makes
off
me-
our back?
Perhaps
And
you
this
should ask the
is
maestro
terrible of
himself.
me, but the thing
So
that
where
makes me
is he?
happiest about Dick Butt is how much Casey Green hates it.
Of course.
I thought he didn't give it. I remember he didn't give a shit about people who. He didn't care if people monetize it or whatever, which I think was cool of him.
He doesn't care. Yeah, he wants absolutely nothing to do with it. He hates it so much that it's the only thing anyone knows him for. He's like, I've done so much stuff since then. Everything's dick butt. I hate you all.
That's Comstock House. If we're gonna find him, we should start there.
It's the best.
We need to leave the dock. We need to push off immediately.
I can't think of any. Elizabeth, stop moving. Who else does she look like? She, with her hair like this, she looks like Rapunzel at the end.
Where are these people going?
Kind of, yeah.
But I can't. Maybe Belle, but not in the bright, big yellow dress. I don't know.
You need to remove your belongings, or we can't take any more people.
Does he? That's amazing.
Bands people. That's funny.
It's pretty good.
Is this the part of the game where we have to fight the ghosts? I don't even care about spoiling it because it's so dumb.
Like, what am I gonna do with that? I want to like Casey Green from what I've seen of him, but and whenever he's like in streams guesting and stuff.
What kind of streams is he in?
Random gaming ones, like Void Breakers.
Oh, so he does. Does he do like Twitch or whatever?
Open it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that about a $50 dog earlier? I think you're mixing up conversations, Senior. I said I have a dog, and that I wanted to spend like 50 to 75 on a microphone.
Yeah.
Now that there are more people in here, do you have any you guys have any opinions on like a $50 microphone? Either a blue snowman, is that what it's called?
Snowball.
Snowball, yeah. Or a CAD 30, I think it is. I'd have to look it up.
Let's not pretend, Roar. You're going to get the one that's a gross sex thing.
Do what?
Snowballing.
Oh. I didn't bring it up. That was all you.
Man, how did it even get that name? Everything's gonna be really warm.
Come out!
Grossest scene in Do You Like Horny Bunnies?
Oh God, really?
Yeah, there was snowballing. There wasn't a picture of it, thankfully.
You're injured.
Okay.
Under here.
Nice.
I never played it, so I relied on
There.
On the 100% LP of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this, but I was in London while you were doing the Horny Bunnies Let's Play. Which means my computer access was in a public lab.
Catch.
That'll do.
And
So
you-
I would, yeah. But it was, especially because the lab that all the Americans primarily used, like, it was glass fronted on all sides, so like everyone walking by could look in and see what you were doing. And then also,
Salt's here.
there were some girls I wanted to sleep with who would always come in.
Did I ruin your chances with a girl? Please tell
No.
me I did.
No.
Just say I did. Just make up a story. Say that you were like right about to ask somebody, to do, go to the pub or whatever, and then they saw your internet history and it was like one of the Chamaki chapters, and they just left without a word.
No, I think what would have put people off is me figuring out how to install and run XCOM on these,
Now.
On it.
like, they were like Sun Microsystems, terminals that had that weird Sun OS thing for running everything in like a virtual environment.
Yeah.
And so like it was a pain in the butt to get XCOM running. And everyone else is using computers to do their homework and whatever, and I'm playing XCOM and I'm, shut up. I'm an adult. This is what computers are for.
If they'd be all that, you'd be their best friend, because they, you know, we could teach them how to do it.
Oh yeah, no.
First aid! Here you
Dudes
go!
love things, man.
Much obliged.
Playing video games? Everybody
I would
loves
think
video
so. Yeah, I'm looking between 50 to 100, preferably. 50's got 75's about the max I want to spend on this, because it's not really that big a deal. It's more because it frustrates me, because I hear, like, when I get, like, loud in the mic, the audio quality just goes to complete shit.
Go ahead.
With the mic I have now. And it's not an amazing mic to begin with. I didn't buy these headphones for the mic. It came with it. I don't want a penis-shaped one.
Salts, catch!
That's pretty much it, Senior. I mean, like, as much as I enjoy streaming, $75 is a lot of money. Unless I'm actually commercially viable in any of this, which I'm not, and I never will be. My top donation has been from Frank, which was amazing, but I'm not going to quit my job anytime soon because of streaming. It's just for having fun on the internet, and 75 is a pretty chunk of change. I mean, alternatively, I could buy a camera so I can have my stupid Lisa back, but that may be a secondary goal.
I mean, if you bought a nicer webcam, it would probably have an acceptable, like a better microphone than the one you've got.
You think? I don't think so. I was playing with OBS the other day, and I actually turned on the camera just to see what quality it was, and it is absolute shit. I don't know how the stupid face cam picked up anything. It is such a bad camera. I had 10k views in one day. Tell that to Twitch. They're not going to let me play anything. Besides, it's a lot harder to stream.
Alright, so what do you guys want to talk about? Well, we hold down control for 5 minutes.
No, it's hands-free mode. By the way, on a slightly related note, the Honeypop Twitter said that they're releasing information on their next project in a month. Which isn't really any information at all, but at least they're doing something. I'd like to think that the majority of why, well, maybe I'm being optimistic, the majority of the reason why people read the Horny Bunnies thread was for the insightful commentary, but probably not, probably just for tits.
You want to take a look at this?
On it.
What is it about
No,
that
I just enjoyed
song
how
that
retarded
brings
it
in
all
the
is.
bird?
It always has.
It's such a great
When I was
game.
younger, I
It's
used
so
to
bad it's good.
Excited when I heard it.
Excited.
He was all I had.
Oh, here she goes. She's talking about
He
Songbird.
fed me.
He fed her and brought her books.
He was my friend.
Friend?
He was my friend.
Until I grew up.
And then, now she's saying until he grew up, and then she hated him.
Because he was
So
my
it's
warden.
both then.
But he's just Comstock's pet, isn't he? Just like me. There.
Alright, the Horny Bunnies, let's play for the articles.
It's a good game. People should play it.
Look at this.
There's good stories.
Fitzroy's no better than Comstock. Was she?
Once people get their blood up, it ain't easy to settle it down again.
This is on our hands.
The cheapest AKG mic. Let me look up the mic. 1 second. Hopefully that won't break the game. Amazon wish list. Copy link. That is the mic I'm looking at. Oops. Shit, gotta change OBS back. Oh, yeah, I need to check the vending machines. I have tons of money. I'm recommending that you instead buy a mic that has good audio quality and looking for a cheap one. Well, let me look at what you're looking at. How much is it? $79. I'll look at reviews and stuff.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's just glorping out.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, Glorp. I don't know. It's just a good chunk of money.
Sometimes you make compromises.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've heard a couple of videos of people using the mic I'm looking at, and they're not bad. I mean, it's a $50 mic, yeah, but it seems like it's better quality than the one I have without having to spend too much money.
I wonder if Jade still has his, like, spare one that he was gonna just get rid of.
What does he have?
I don't know, some like $200 condenser mic.
Jesus Christ. $200 is an extraordinary amount of money.
Yeah, all he uses it for is streaming and let's plays.
I mean, if you're using it for actual audio production and music or whatever, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, but I mean, he overindulged in microphone, in my opinion.
Future Sleuth, that is my webcam. That is the can on the string. It has audio too, and the audio is so bad.
Who, Sprawl?
We're just Jade, I'm assuming.
Oh, I think he has a trust fund.
I try not to think about other people's business.
You don't think anyone can really see the future?
I have claimed to be curious.
I saw something.
I'm curious.
When I first got here.
I'd like to know.
Dream. It was
mostly
New York, but
mostly because it's just sort of
any New York I ever saw.
Get it.
Glorp, his quality isn't garbage. I don't know about his audio, but his video, I can barely run unless I'm at my main computer, because he always streams at pretty decent quality.
Get over here!
There! That one!
What's immune to crows? Get fucked.
It's the only thing that would really make sense to me. Zarnix, if he had it.
The revolution is at hand.
Oh god, it's a mechanical Lincoln. I think this is the first one I've seen in this game.
Fucking Lincolns. Because when he got that
Need this?
loss prevention job, which could not have paid that much,
No.
he immediately was like, "All right, time to drop a couple $1,000 on your computer." Boop. And like, yeah, he's.
That's what I'm curious about. Doesn't he have his own place in California?
I think he's renting the bottom of a duplex.
That's still, I mean, renting in California is going to be more expensive than my mortgage. I would assume.
and there's the, like, he always eats out.
Hey.
Like that.
Do you think he wanted any part of this?
Did you?
There is, based on what Jade was doing in the Navy, there is no way he has a cent of that money left.
Wasn't he a mechanic? Or something?
Yeah.
Like it works with the
Like
planes.
an avionics technician or something.
Could you take a look at this lock?
No problem.
He rents from someone else. I mean, but still, unless he's with a friend,
Yeah,
rent in California is insane.
He's got like the bottom unit or something of some house.
I mean, my mortgage is about $1,000, a little less than $1,000 a month. I can't imagine California is going to be much better than that, even renting.
Those two are. They, well, at least she, invented the technology that allows the city to float.
Yeah, exactly, Sprawl.
Quantum particles, suspended in
Like,
space-time at a fixed height.
I agonized and eventually didn't do it buying Chroma Squad because I didn't have the like $10 to waste.
No,
Jade'll be like, I saw Shark Game, whatever. Bought it for Apostate 2 because
You sure that's right?
Something tells me they're not exactly what they appear.
Well, he bought Rocket League, I think, didn't he?
No.
And that's like $20.
That's not the subjunctive.
Yeah.
Like willy-nilly. It's like I have a, you know, all in all, things are going pretty okay for me financially. But you know, I work 40 hours a week. My wife works 40 hours a week. We make a decent living, and I can't just drop $20 willy-nilly.
I'll get back to you after I figure out the floating city bit.
Don't glorp about it.
Well, we're just. I'm not saying anything bad about him.
We're not.
You know?
Yeah, we're not.
I mean, power to him if he's working. If everything's working, we're just curious.
Yeah.
Come
we
on.
are.
Comstock House is up ahead.
We are simply corroborating evidence and discussing what we know. There's nothing shitty about that. We're not being like, yeah, Jade's a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Jade's life is misery and destruction. It's just like, man, how does this work?
Yeah, I need to get some tips.
Yeah.
Why do I keep going to a place and pretending to work for 8 hours a day?
It's pretty much what I do, only it's like 10-hour days.
I don't want to talk shit about my job. I love my job because I don't. I have a.
I'm guessing you didn't want to be groomed.
What's the most politically correct way of saying it?
Works to make you.
You have fuck all to do.
I do what I do efficiently and have some time left over.
Stay on top forever. Look at him now.
I literally pick like the first gun I can see that has ammo, Ronin. I don't even know what the fuck this is. It's like the shitty sniper rifle, isn't it? I mostly just kill people with birds.
What I want to know is how is Apostate getting out to California?
Is she going to California?
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with that whole everything that's going on with that fanatic.
I don't know what's going on there.
One who could hear the sound of my voice. These are dire times.
I don't know. I mean, I've read a lot of good reviews about the one I picked up, Glorp. Do you know why that one would not be good? The one I linked.
It's done.
Now back to the district.
I mean, there's been a lot of people who said, yeah, it picks up like everything in the house, and it may, but you get it like a wind guard or whatever, and put it. My house isn't really all that loud to begin with, especially at night.
I don't think Roar's issue is that he's being paid a pittance. It's that he's got 2 kids and a mortgage.
Maybe if I do live in a first world country. Unless you're saying Florida is not a...
No, just America in general.
Oh.
Yeah, first world country.
Yeah, whatever. I make decent money. I'm not going to go into that, but I'm fine. That's not the problem. Problem is I have 2 kids and a mortgage.
Yeah, just from what I know about Disney Payscale stuff, can ballpark
More
level
money.
mix.
I don't work, you know, I'm not entry level. I'm not management or by any means, but and then plus I've been there for, God, almost 10 years. I'm doing alright. Thank you, Jagan. I remember unlocking it and then not actually taking the stuff out of it. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, from what I've heard from my own mic, I want a new mic because this one is just okay, but it's not like an enormous priority in my opinion. I mean, you guys tell me. I mean, I haven't heard a ton of complaints.
Anyone with a gun, anyone wearing glasses. Round up the rest.
I mean, I heard more complaints about when I had shitty internet, which was fair. But that's
you did have
fixed.
shitty internet.
I had bad internet. I need to upgrade again when I get more money. I've got a 2 upload right now, which is most Bioshocks do, Senior. I think that's like my favorite thing about Bioshock is just going in and just slamming the F button over and over and just taking everything.
Yeah, but then you realize it's all trash.
Can you get this
You're like
open?
you're rummaging through the garbage for half a bag of chips and some French fries.
Basically.
Done.
Just like cramming in rotten bananas without noticing. Which actually hurts you. It's like I didn't realize that till today. Like, me just doing it willy-nilly is probably hurting me. My mic is at least equally as good as whoever you're talking with on Skype, with how Skype absolutely destroys audio quality. I can tell you now that the mic I'm using right now came with my headphones, which I think cost about $40, if I'm not mistaken.
Dance with the man. Come on, lift the leg.
What about short hairstyle, Senior?
Hey,
do it.
All right.
Your mom cost about 40. Ooh, shit, son.
Damn, she's like gone down. We'll talk to her about that. She has to have more, you know, confidence in herself.
A little more cachet with the 30-somethings.
But you are a strong, independent woman. You're worth more than that. I hate firemen. Well, plus, Glorp, that's the thing. Like, I know that Skype wrecks it, but I'm not always talking on Skype. I just want to have something that you know, when I'm talking, it sounds moderately better. Plus, eventually, I would like to get my, you know, start streaming something with my wife, and I need a actual mic for that, and not just a headphone mic. She has shown interest in playing video games for the internet.
You know what you should do? You should stream in creative, you writing your trashy sex novels.
I refuse to comment on that.
Everybody knows about that, right?
No.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Guitar Center is selling my headphones for $170. I mean, basically, but I'm not going into specifics on that. What would we stream? I don't know. I like the Lego games. Those are fun-ass games.
Yeah, see?
Well, yeah, I think... Didn't I tell you,
about it?
I think so. I don't know. I tend not to trust people in general on the internet ever since Oyster fucked me over.
How did... Oh, didn't he just, like, tattle on you?
He told my mom about the Horny Bunnies thread.
What a little bitch.
He was high, apparently, and Schildkroat dared him to. Because I left my stupid instant messenger on the family computer when I was living with my mom after I lost my job.
Fucking still. What a...
Your homes are ours. Your lives are
And then to
ours.
blame it on some other poor being who is also a terrible person.
I love, by the way, I love when I'm trying to be covert and Elizabeth just wanders out into the middle. She gives no fucks.
Oh yeah, no, she doesn't care. She's just gonna do whatever, man.
And Mom voted the thread 3. She better give me a 5. That was some creative shit. Better have gone hog wild. Really?
Do it. Now.
Okay.
Do it now.
Dr. Salt! Take this!
I like to, just based on what you said about it, I like to imagine there was like an emergency family meeting.
Do what?
That there was like an emergency family meeting that you weren't informed of. And your mom would have been like, I've got terrible news. And your dad would have been like, what is it? And then your mom would be like, you have to stop reading the Horny Bunnies Let's Play. It turns out our son is the one right here.
I distinctly remember she was very disappointed. I mean, I was... God, when was that? I was like 24? Or 23? It's not like she could, you know, ground me or anything.
Yeah.
But it was one of those, like...
I just imagine, yeah, like, what the hell? Come on, son.
Basically. Because he told her, like, apparently I'm playing video games with, like, anime tits, and just was relatively crass about the whole thing.
Ammo, Booker!
When I was wasted, I called my friend's mom and asked her to have burritos for me when I got back to America. What I'm trying to say is I'm a hella bro when I'm like to the point where I can't stand, and all I could think about was like, man, I better ask for some burritos. This is really important. People need to know.
No, senior, there's not.
I called one friend's dad, and he was like, the funny thing is I didn't even call them to ask for burritos. They were the ones picking me up from the airport, so I was just, you know, drunkenly like, I should probably confirm all the details when I'm getting there, what flight it is, and stuff with them. And he was just like, Tim, I have a policy, I don't speak with drunks. And I was like, no, this is important. I'm flying back to America.
Well, did they make sure you had burritos?
And then like, when I saw him, then like 8 hours later, he was like, he was being very silly. I don't talk to drunks.
The world is no longer yours.
It was beautiful. It was the drunkest I've ever been while conscious.
Appreciate it.
But did she have burritos?
No, nobody did. Everyone thought it was hilarious, but nobody actually got me burritos. Fucking people.
It's like you had one job.
Yeah, exactly. One job.
Oh god, I'm so fucked. Oops. I don't know what happened to Oyster. He just disappeared.
Didn't he get all like weird and all I'm like straight edge and I can't play video games and I'm gonna be really weird in general now.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I could be wrong.
Last time I remember he was doing the old challenge thread.
Found salts!
Then he just disappeared as far as I remember. She does, Senior. Like, if she gives you one... God damn it, die!
Here! Ammo!
If she just gives you something and then you run out of, like, something else, she says she's looking, or... She doesn't have anything.
I'm pretty sure he died. He had to go home to his... people needed him. Is that what you're all trying to say?
I don't think he died. I don't have any evidence that he died, so maybe he did. I don't fucking know.
Go ahead! It'd be kind of grim if he did. And we're all just like dumbass oyster.
Fucking oyster. I wasn't really mad at him. It was my fault for leaving the instant messenger on. It was just embarrassing. It's more like a dude. Why? The hell? Not like a you son of a bitch. He sort of said sorry.
Can you open this?
Sure thing.
No, I was gonna say I really like that when I get completely wasted. All I want is burritos. And for people to have burritos ready for me.
See, I'm not crazy about burritos. I prefer a good taco.
I mean, I just wanted Mexican, man. God, you can't
just any sort of Mexican.
You can't kick a Mexican in London. Oh,
Can't you just, well, I guess you can't swing over to Spain and get Spanish food instead.
Spanish food and Mexican food have very little in common.
True, but they're both spicy, aren't they?
Not really.
I don't know a lot about Spanish food.
Elizabeth?
Okay.
Can I not use these medical bags? Elizabeth?
Do it!
You bet.
Can I not use these medical bags? Where the fuck did... God damn it, whatever. All I remember is Oyster was really into Mega Man.
I mean...
What, Senior? What'd I do?
He wasn't as bad as Deceased Crab and Lana Lana.
There's nothing wrong with his Mega Man stuff. He just played like all of them.
Need some help with this.
Hey, Lana Lanites.
I don't think I've ever watched the Deceased Crab video.
You were missing out.
Oh, are you mad about my Spanish and Mexican food, Senior?
I mean, if
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me.
You are wrong. But I assume you have spent very little time in Europe.
I have spent 0 time in Europe. Central America.
You would think that in the same way that we brought over an awful lot of traditional European foods, and we make them essentially the same way they do there.
Kill the pig.
You know, like there's not some secret to American spaghetti that is fundamentally different to how the Italians eat it. You're just... the level of, like, intermixing with the natives was so much higher in Mexico. That's why you've essentially got... I mean, it's more than just 2, but, like, 2 of the really big culture groups are the, like, white people who owned all the land and are more traditionally Spanish, but still fucked some Indians, and the people who slept with more Indians.
It's just a level of how many Indians were fucked.
Those turnstiles are one way.
Essentially.
Should we check out the bookstore before we...
That is my take on Mexican history.
I like Elizabeth wants to check out the bookstore before we leave. Just wants to make sure she has some reading material.
It's the source of one of my favorite things about Argentina. Do you want to know why everybody in Argentina is white? Super duper white?
Because they didn't fuck Indians?
They didn't just not fuck them. They killed them all.
Yeah, I saw Pocahontas score. I know what you're saying.
You know, I can't say I see it.
What, Pocahontas?
No. Like, Native Americans being attractive.
Well, Pocahontas is a Native American.
I mean...
Locked.
I get it.
I'll give it a
like,
whirl.
The high cheekbones and long faces and stuff.
All done.
I just...
So what you're saying is you're racist against
Not my
Indians.
bag. I really like Northern European looking women. And it is because I grew up in Minnesota, where everybody is at least like 90% Finn or Norwegian or Swedish. It's not my fault that I'm a face racist. Future Sleuth, this isn't like, oh, they killed some natives. In Argentina, they killed them all. They got rid of all the natives. There is like no weird mixing of culture. Everybody's really white. The culture is really white. This is how everybody who's still around in Argentina wants it.
I need more time to look.
And that's why the Germans were like, we have to move to South America. Where can we go? We can go to Argentina, because they're essentially us.
There are some growth. I actually looked it up the other day. I don't remember why. I think I was looking for who had flatbreads.
What are we talking about? Indian flatbread?
No, fry bread. Fry bread.
Which do you mean? Because I think that India subcontinent Indian women are like super duper hot.
Like India?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hot.
I think it's the silly accent.
That probably helps.
But man, oh.
The ones in Florida are from other parts of the country. Don't we have the Cherokee? Although those were like from North Carolina or something.
I'm pretty, yeah. There are, I don't think in America there are any natives other than in like Oregon, and I think even those we moved around, you know, slightly. Like I don't think anyone is where they
repositioned them.
Yeah. Maybe I think they actually, now I'm thinking about it, the Ojibwe were always in this area.
I'll kill you.
I love watching enemies run into traps. So good.
Yeah, like I don't begrudge people, you know, what they're attracted to. I just
don't see it yourself.
I want a Viking woman. Or Australian. It doesn't really matter what an Australian woman would look like. That is 100% the accent.
Put a knife right in you.
Someone ran into a trap. Where'd you come from? Oh, there you are. Rip. Although I think this is... I don't think this gun is supposed to be doing this. Oh, no, there it goes. Indian women are often very attractive, that's what I've been saying. Native Americans, okay. So he thinks Native Americans are attractive as well. Which,
yeah.
You know, that's fair. I think Native Americans that you know, what's the way of saying it? Like the body type or the physical features. There's some positives there.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I am physically repelled by all of them, obviously not, but in general.
It's not generally your thing.
The type I would go for is more...
It was. If you
is more like Norwegian. Tall and leggy blondes. Ah, yeah. I don't even know why. I think blonde hair is terrible, but man, blondes...
Blonde hair isn't terrible on women. Jagan, since you seem to know, or Halman, or somebody, how do you change pants? Can you? Like, change the clothes that you have?
It's like G or H or something?
Oops, that's blocks of thing. I'm just gonna push all my buttons.
Or B, or it was something in like the middle of the keyboard.
The box was shooting up the place and took my car.
Oh, here we go. Oh?
You can change like hats.
Oh.
I do like redheads. Wait, why do you think I'm all about redheads, bro? I mean, I like women.
Pyromaniac. Ghost Posse. Okay, let's get rid of this. And what is tunnel vision? Nah. do that.
Oh. Got her locked up in the salty oyster. His hidden closet. He keeps all his treasures.
Seminole.
Just need to hit the button under the register to open it.
Look, if there's one thing white people are pretty good at,
It's a simple dual dial lock.
it's killing natives.
My book said most
And
schools keep the combination no more than 20 feet away.
Let's be honest, Americans are exceptional even for white people. So we're extra good at killing natives.
This might be it.
Although, when it comes down to the world tournament of who killed the most and
Why are you
best,
so keen on lockpicking?
it's obviously the Australians.
Put a person in a cage that develops
With how they
resistance such
completely
things.
cleansed a
I won't be locked up.
fairly sizable island of all life that wasn't white people. Australians are terrible people. I really hate that the 80s conditioned me to find the accent sexy.
Did you watch a lot of The Rescuers Down Under? Great movie.
I'm not gonna answer that. that would imply things. That would imply other things. God, I was fucking being a friend, laughing because was it the Guardian or the BBC? Well, a respected British news source was running a fucking article about Anthrocon.
Elizabeth.
And like, oh, furry, you know, these people will be the first to tell you that this is not a weird sexual fetish thing, and it's like, oh yeah, no.
Right.
It's not a sexual fetish, that's why they wear super hot, stinky fursuits in the middle of, like, somewhere at a stupid fucking convention.
That is an oath you cannot keep.
It's my first time my wife saw a furry in public. It was at a convention. It was very, very strange. We've only been to one convention, and it wasn't a furry convention. So it's like in the middle of everything, you know, all the Harley Quinns and Jokers and guys dressed up as Misty. There was like one really big lady, I'm assuming, in a furry costume.
Yeah. I mean, I guess God bless them. I don't know, but just the way
we don't kink shame here in Rorschach, but
no, I kink shame. I don't care about your rules, especially when it's furries. They're really weird and in your face and offensive about it.
I mean, the chat can't kink shame. I don't give a shit if you do.
You don't. Oh, you don't think being a furry is all right? That's genocide. Fuck you. Human trash. Let's talk about Srebrenica here. I'll show you some pictures. Suddenly the fact that you're not allowed to wear your fursuit to work doesn't seem like such a big deal, does it? You fucking turd. God.
So this elevator was having issues, and I was jumping in place, and I accidentally jumped out the window backwards and into the abyss.
Oh, I thought you were telling a story about how you met this woman.
Oh no, I was in the middle of that cutscene. I was like, she is tiny. Who is tiny? Future Sue.
Yeah, I had an argument with a furry at Dragon Con.
You hadn't. Wait, I kind of wasn't paying attention. You had an argument with the furry at Dragon Con.
With just some random furry.
What was the argument? That you were causing genocide because you didn't accept her?
He said something like that, yeah, like genocide, the way we're treated, and I just fuck you.
We're done.
You want to see genocide? I'll show you genocide.
Like, I'm sorry, that's not a lifestyle that requires acceptance.
Just do it at home, like all the other stuff weird people do.
I mean, like, sexual orientation, that's whatever. You have your opinions on that, and you pretty much just accept everybody to be cool about everything. Fetishes is a whole different story. It's like, that's stuff that you may not necessarily choose, but it's not something that you need to include in daily life. Like, I don't need to know. Nobody needs to know fetishes.
Fuck no, Cronin. I don't got money.
Dragon.
Crossing the country, expensive. Hotel at Dragon Con, expensive. The 8 bottles of beer, or 8 bottles of liquor I would drink. Expensive.
Is Dragon Con not a furry convention?
No.
I was under the impression that it was.
No, it's like general fantasy stuff. General fantasy sci-fi, it's just furries show up because they show up everywhere to be furries in your face.
The only convention I've been to... Oh shit! I forgot that the handyman can electrocute skylines. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I think I was still attached.
Like the thing I was really super excited and I was like, oh fucking A, this is so cool, is that there were a bunch of people dressed up like the visitors from V when I was at Dragon Con.
There's a lot of that was all the fun. It's like when we went to MegaCon, I don't care about any of the stupid
the programming.
Yeah, any of that. It was more fun just to like see everybody dressed up and all that. Like there's some creative people. I forgot what I said. I forgot when I counted bronies to see how many there were.
Oh god, I'm so glad that they weren't a thing when I was there.
When I was there, I want to say we found like 20? Something like that.
God, they are the absolute worst. Because they don't care what something's about. Now it's about Brony, or now it's about My Little Pony.
I like that one series of pictures about how somebody didn't understand the Holocaust until they thought of My Little Pony in it.
Oh, they're just the worst. I want them dead. See, I want them to be genocided. They've earned it. They're so awful.
Well, I'm seriously considering getting that Final Fantasy VI Brony mod. Just to, I really want to see how bad it is.
It's gonna be maximum bad. I don't know what do you even measure bad in? You're gonna measure bad in like kilobronies. How many kilobronies is it?
Oh shit! What the oh?
I really hate bronies.
For Fallout 2, fuck Fallout 2.
And I haven't ever met any. I don't think.
I know of a brony. I guess females are still bronies, right?
Women are still bronies.
Yeah.
Don't call them females. They're a robot.
I'm being politically correct.
You're not being politically correct.
Saying female is not politically correct?
No.
Since when? Saying males is politically correct.
That's...
In what way is female not politically correct?
I'm trying to think how to explain it.
If you said, like, honeys or, babies...
Saying females is clinical and weird. Because only, like, MRAs do it, or people discussing the female body in a clinical setting, whereas, like, it's not a gendered term as badly to call men males. Like, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot more going on in the history of, females than there is with men. In a way that makes it worse.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with little girls liking My Little Pony. They literally the intended audience.
My daughter liked it for a while.
Adult women, well, I mean kids are the audience.
My son likes it. Because he's 4. He can like whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter when you're a kid.
I like Care Bears.
Yeah, he loves Care Bears. Care
Bears is gay as fuck. Oh, let's rub ourselves until we shoot our rainbows of love on each other. What?
Someone needs to quote Gorp when he says, "I usually go with girls." Doesn't look good for your history, Gorp. Mr. Go pick up 15-year-old girls from college.
This seems right up your alley.
Let me see.
I mean, in general, Gorp, it's not something that younger women will feel confident enough to
hold on to this. Catch.
Like engage somebody about.
I think you're attaching too much importance to women.
I'm not. Words super matter.
I think.
And ultimately, the main group of people still really clinging to only ever referring to women as females is MRAs. And like blue pill douchebags on Reddit and stuff. And that's just not a group you should want to associate with.
Well, you have a point, Gorp. I mean, if you want to like the thing about My Little Pony is it's not a bad show. I mean, I've watched it with my kids. The problem is people take it way too fucking far. It's a very well written show, but when you're actually like follow it every week and pining for it and thinking about it all the time and doing fanfics and drawing pictures, that's too much. And pretty much anything involving vaginas should not be anywhere near the show. I mean, and maybe I'm overthinking it, but...
Sorry, I can only watch My Little Ponies with realistic horse buttholes.
Okay, you specified buttholes. Like, no vaginas, just butts.
Well, isn't that what the mod for Skyrim was? Realistic horse butts or something?
No, realistic horse vaginas.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone link realistic horse vaginas for Halman, please.
I thought it was buttholes, because that's hilarious. No, it's dogs. Dogs get buttholes.
Oh, really? I don't remember that mod. Where the hell do I go?
I mean, the main issue I have with bronies is like the really creepy centrality to their lives they give it.
Yeah, like talking about it every day and like putting up posters and...
It's like, oh, I have to do a report on this. I can only do that through the lens now of My Little Pony.
God, I need to find that one picture, now that I'm thinking about it. That one terrible... Let's see...
I just remember some guy giving a... like, college presentation in, like, physics or something, and everything was... All the slides were fucking, like, My Little Pony shit.
Oh god, here it is. Oops, no, can't do that. Oh god, there's more pictures of ponies in the Holocaust than I had imagined there ever would be. Here it is. This one. There you go. Now I gotta figure out where I'm going. Oh, I seem to be going the wrong way, no wonder.
And also, like, it's weird that, like, toy stores have to set limits on the number of My Little Pony stuff that adult men can buy to make sure that there are enough to go around for the children.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not at like big chains, but a friend who worked at a like independent toy store was like, yeah, we have a limit to the number of
what you asked me to do.
Let's not
My Little Pony things we will sell to sort of
if he were to take
white, late teen 20-somethings, young adults,
or something
because they were buying all the.
Tell the difference.
What's the like blue one? Shutterfly?
The one that flies?
I don't know.
Is it rainbowy?
Maybe.
Probably Rainbow Dash.
They were like, yeah, like all the kids would show up and be like, I want this one, I want that one, and they're just all gone.
Maybe it was just a problem at that one store. Like maybe he had a bunch of creepos who just hung out and waited.
Well, that's what they do. As soon as the shipment comes with the new release, they go and they buy the whole series.
Terrible.
It's a very small amount. They're just very visible because it's weird, and they're super weird about it.
I don't remember this plasmid. Return to sender?
Press to generate a magnetic.
Isn't that the one where you can like catch bullets and then put them back?
Oh yeah.
Absorb damage
Absorb damage and release to throw it back. Can I like hold bullets?
Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
Probably not.
That is now how I'm going to think of them. Cernis
a pony knower?
Pony knowers.
Well, I already said, Senior, that I watched the show because I have kids who watch it.
Interesting. I found a lot.
Can I admit a terrible secret?
Yeah.
I have watched an episode.
It's not a bad show. That's what I was saying earlier. If you watch the show, it actually they have good writers. I'll say that about it.
It's the writing is cleverer than a kids show necessarily needs to be.
Well, they have to be nowadays because you got to have the adults entertained. Otherwise, the kids are going to watch the show and the adults like, I don't want to watch that because it's boring or whatever.
And then
A guarantee. Press to lunge at enemies, delivering.
like the message is usually good. It's like be nice to each other. Friendship is important.
Yeah, basically. I like how there's that spin-off series where they're human teenagers or whatever.
Catch.
Appreciate it.
So they're ponies turned into like human teenagers, and apparently there's some backstory where they have to get back to Ponyland or whatever. But who cares?
Yeah.
They're in high school, and isn't there a rule about that? Like in a fan fiction rule that in every universe there has to be a high school story.
I don't know. I don't really read or care about fan fiction in general.
Well, yeah, it's not something I remember recently.
I mean, if I had watched Rugrats with my parents, I would have gotten a lot more of the jokes that are super sexual.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not.
Rugrats
You can fucking. I'll make a note to look for it, but just a lot of the stuff the adults are saying to each other in the background, and it's always tossed out really inconsequentially, is just absolutely filthy sex stuff that is going to just completely wash off any kid. No kid will get it. They don't.
Well, look at Ren and Stimpy. I mean, that one was more designed to be obvious about it, but still.
Ren and Stimpy, as a kid, I knew something was going on. I just didn't really quite get what. It was I know they're making sex jokes. I
don't understand what that means.
I don't specifically. So I don't quite understand why this is a sex joke.
There's a rule in anime that it has to be a bathhouse episode. Yeah, I get that. I guess. Even the really fighty ones, like Gundam. I don't know a ton about anime gore, but inform me.
Well, I mean, Gundam is gonna
Damn it.
be okay because in Gundam, usually the hero Super Gundam pilot is fairly young. They're high school aged.
I mean, the only animes I watch are rom-coms, and they always have a bathhouse, so I can understand that, but I didn't know if like Ghost in a Shell.
Can you unlock this?
Child's play.
I'm thinking of actual fighting animes.
There.
I mean, the episode where all the Gundams go to a hot spring and hang out is really weird.
The big Gundam.
It's come on, Gundam. You just to hang out in space. You don't need to take a bath. Gundam, what are you doing?
Ghost in the Shell had one. All I know is the two that I actually care about had one. Ranma definitely had one. I think.
I think so.
They had to have, because half the time the main character was getting wet. Yo. I should have finished Ranma. That was all right. Also, one of the things I hate about this game is like whenever you're flipping the camera around and you see a tear, it just does that vroom, vroom sound over and over again.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Yes. More
yes, Senior, they did do an anthropomorphic series.
Yes, Sarnik, so why do you hate high schoolers? They're just people. They're little broken sociopaths who don't know better. That's why you should never pay attention to anything someone in high school says. Just laugh and pat them on the top of the head and be like, oh, you adorable little fool. And that'll make them so much angrier, and it's so good.
Yeah. Well, I remember it sucks being berated too when you're in high school, but when you're an adult, it's funny.
Patronizing teenagers? It's great! And they can't do shit! Like, they'll start to disagree, and you'll be like, oh, so there's all this life experience you're drawing on. Oh, all the same shit I did? That's cool.
Tell me more about that stuff you lived through and know more about than me. Oh, wait.
I mean, I do it to everyone, Blurb, because it's a great way to win arguments. Just condescend and people will get sick of talking to you and you win.
Everyone I talk to is way older than me, so...
Spoilers!
I don't really try and get... I don't try and get into arguments with people.
I don't really get into arguments. I just tell people they're wrong and then I really throw it down their fucking throat.
I don't do the whole confrontation thing. The first Ghost in the Shell manga had full-on lesbian sex. Did it happen in a boathouse? Or a, what do you call it? A bathhouse? Because otherwise it doesn't really relate.
The real question is, did it happen in the real world or in cyber world? In their robot brains?
I never watched Ghost in the Shell. I think it was one of the things I wanted to watch because it was on the Sci-Fi Network and it was back when anime was new.
Yeah.
So you either had Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. Those were your anime options.
Open it.
Sure thing.
Anyway, if I want to see lots of weird anime sex, I'll watch Green Green.
Or you just check the Let's Play for him.
Green Green was great because it had like there was absolutely no pretense about it being like high school blue balls to anime.
I don't think I ever heard of.
Well, it was a hentai series.
There are many of them.
I think it was based on a hentai game.
Okay, yeah, I think in general, Killingham knows probably more about hentai than
Elizabeth.
Let me have a look.
And I want to say one of the people had like come back in time to sleep with the main character.
Just to sleep with the main character, or did she have other reasons too?
She might have had other reasons, but that was like the main one.
Still probably not as good as that one anime where the evil demon was trapped in that guy's balls. And then the demon was trying to make him, spurt so he would release the evil demon and destroy the world.
Green Green also owned because it had a really good theme song. That was always a big part of whether or not I liked an anime. It's like, is the theme song catchy?
I found some money.
Was it in
Want
English?
it? You know,
No.
I keep thinking about that.
But it was like rock and roll.
New York on fire. There's something about
I prefer all my anime from the 80s. The only good time of anime.
I mean, the whole just like internet explosion of anime and hentai and stuff was right as I was at like peak horniness all the time. So it's the like sort of unavoidable that I know a lot about it, because it was like, man, I could look up on dial-up actual porn, but it's gonna just be boring low-res pictures. Yeah, like it's not gonna be video.
Go to the tripod page of Sailor Moon nude pics.
It's not gonna be a very good picture. I might as well just jerk off to some anime titties, whatever.
Well, videos weren't a thing.
It could be like a package of snow globes, and I could be like, man, those look like titties, I better jerk off.
It was such a... I feel, as a parent, I feel really horrified of the future, but my son is going to be so lucky. I mean, you don't even have to look for porn nowadays.
Your son is never going to know the, like, absolute joy of turning the TV on and going through the, like, 4 channels that you didn't have the package for, but would sometimes show up well enough for you to see a titty.
Like the Playboy or the Cinemax night channels. Or...
Cinemax, Showtime. Oh my god, Showtime titties.
I remember I once I didn't get in trouble necessarily, but I got, like, laughed at by my brother because he found, like, the internet history of me looking up Sailor Mercury porn. Sailor Mercury was hot. If in anime terms. Compared to, like, all the other Sailor Scouts. Although, who was the redhead? Was it Jupiter?
I think so.
Or Mars? I don't know. They were all, you know, for anime standards, they were all fairly attractive.
Yeah.
Like I said, you didn't have much choice back then in your...
I would have sex with all those white women.
What's going on with Elizabeth's face right now?
But like the thing I always remember fondly was Red Shoe Diaries, because it was always just like, instead of being like a Monster of the Week show, it was like random sex story of the week.
Beyond that gate,
so it was like hot new ladies getting their titties out. Oh, static titties, they're the best. This is so hot.
And then it's like you had that one brief heaven sent moment of, you know, it sort of clears just enough that you see like the outline of a boob. And you think about it, back in those days, I don't know if I was different from everybody else, but it's like you didn't even have to really jerk. I mean, it's just the excitement of looking up porn.
Oh, it took nothing.
It's like I didn't, you know, I mean, I don't know how personal we want to get. I don't know if our friendship has expressed to this point, but I didn't really, you know, do the deed until like 7th grade. Like, I was a late bloomer. But just the experience of looking up boobs was enough.
How lovely to see you.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful of you.
It was like the experience of being up like late at night at your dad's house while everybody's like away or asleep, so you like go on the Internet Explorer and look up like Playboy.com.
Your fingerprints do not
and see like those low-res pictures of really bushy vaginas.
This isn't going to work.
Oh man.
Sproul just sent me a message. Our friendship has not progressed this far.
Yes. I think it's time I
Well, too late, Sproul.
Yeah, I mean,
let's head to where she's buried.
if you can't have just frank conversation about sexy stuff,
this is Roarstream.
I'm sorry for your weird hang-ups. If you can't be like, you know what? Yeah. I was an early teenager when I started jerking off all the time. Because it turned out I had the best thing I could do with me at all times.
Well, Gorp, you're like 13, so you may not remember, but back in the day, we didn't have, you know, Firefox or Chrome. It was all Internet Explorer or AOL browser.
Netscape Navigator.
Yeah. CompuServe. God, CompuServe was fucking terrible. What question? Oh, about the lesbian. Because that was... I really only watched Sailor Moon until, like, the resolution of the first series. Like, when they defeated the evil moon whatever, and then they lost their memories. Then they rebooted it into, like, the next season or series. I don't know what they did, but then I lost interest. Like, it was really just the first 5.
There's the graveyard, where my mother's buried.
I never really used Netscape. I was mostly grown up on AOL because the family had it, and Internet Explorer sometimes.
Hell yeah, we had AOL. I lobbied for like a year to get my own screen name, and I think 3 days after I got it, I got a toss warning.
I had one from the beginning, but it was one of the, you know, it was the crappy kids account, so it's like, why even bother?
Yeah, like I had a fully functional account, and then because of the toss warning, it got booted down to kids, and it's like there's literally no point to doing this. And the fucking older girl who was sending me pictures was no longer able to send me pictures. I was like, this is balls. I hate you, you're not my real dad.
I remember I was part of a Moogle fighting clan.
Oh god, that stupid app thing.
It was like I don't even remember. It was really dumb and really complicated, and I didn't really understand a lot of it. But there was like clan wars where you like did random number generators to see how much you know, people lost. And I didn't really understand any of it, and I quit really quick. But I remember being really excited at the time.
Oh, like there was a program you could run that did all that shit for you.
I don't.
And it just like it made no sense.
You had AOL when you were 6? I was slightly older than that. I think it was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I was a little older than that as well.
My mom still has an AOL name. That's her like, main email account. This is where we fight the ghost, right? Part of the game is done too. So, Senior, what's up, buddy? Do you have a problem with sex talk? I don't. It's a thing, sort of. I mean, I guess you can still get AOL accounts, but it's not like you have the program or anything. Like nobody actually pays a monthly fee. At least I hope not. Maybe I should ask her about that.
It's pretty confusing.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's your mother's grave.
They have her preserved in an airtight chamber. Her fingerprints will get us into Comstock House.
She's your mother.
A mother who abandons their child doesn't draw a lot of sympathy in my book.
Take a moment to think about what you're doing.
There. Will you open the door, or do I have to go in without you?
Elizabeth.
It's her. How are you, Mother?
I used to
locked up in there, huh? Looks like you and I
delete everything on them and just use them at school.
No.
You could do that.
My schoolwork, yeah. You had to put a little, you had to like cut up some paper and jam it into the empty spot because that's how they did. Copy protection was there was a little thing on the, like in the top corner. And if it was blocked, you could write to the disk, and if it was open, you couldn't.
Chose to follow a false shepherd,
so you just have to put something in there.
Wait, are you talking about the floppy disks or the CDs?
Yeah. Floppy disks.
I thought you meant CDs.
No. I'm old school.
I don't remember AOL floppies.
Oh, AOL sent us floppies all the fucking time.
Perhaps you will listen to your mother.
God, this part of the game is done.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
Where did she go?
Hold on.
And God, in today's generation, it's not going to have to deal with the
Elizabeth,
floppy disks.
why is your mother a ghost?
She's not.
Like 1.44 megs worth of memory.
He opened up some kind of tear.
Shut up, Corp. You're missing out, buddy.
Save your mother.
I remember getting Alien Legacy and it came on something insane, like 16 floppy disks.
We had to keep them all in order, so it was like switch to disk 2 and you accidentally switched to disk 3 and screwed up the whole installation. You know, Gorp, I had a computer that didn't have a floppy drive. It had the thing before it, like the really floppy ones. I forget what they're called. Like
5.5 inch.
Yeah, like the extra floppies.
Rockets, watch out!
But I was essentially what Don't Copy That Floppy was about. It took me all of like 8 minutes of using a computer to understand how to start video games.
Own a game that uses floppies. I somehow doubt your computer can run it. Pretty much anything worthwhile that can use a floppy you can probably get from GOG.
Here you go!
Much obliged!
God, I blew my own mind with my piracy abilities when the local video store started renting out computer games. And the first thing that really caught my eye was that they had XCOM UFO Defense. And I was like, you know, it's got the like spaceship over the surface of Mars looking all cool, and it's like, whoa! I don't know what this game is, but it looks baller as fuck. I gotta rent this game. So I rent it, and it's like, you know, install blah blah blah, and I just made an error typing in the destination because it made you point out where the directories were for things.
Right.
And so it looked at the directory that was on my hard drive and was like, alright, I can run. And I was like, well, wait, what?
Did they not expect people to just be able to download the game and then they'd own it forever? Like when they rented them from the video store? Or did they not give a shit?
It was just one of those things where it was new and nobody really quite understood what was going on. And a lot of like mom and pop video stores were like, we rent video games, we can monetize this, and then it turned out, nope.
I mean, video games, like, you know, cartridges are one thing, because you had to give them back, but with discs, it's like saved on your computer.
You never left Crazy Town, dude.
This whole game is Crazy Town. She's resurrecting the dead.
Only some of the dead. She doesn't resurrect them all, because that would be ridiculous.
Although she keeps resurrecting them, I think I have to like leave this area.
Thanks!
Copying video games, like what, cartridges? You shouldn't be have been able to. Or unless you did the PC thing too. Oh, I can kill her. Oh, this isn't working.
Yeah, no, it was so great. I just had no clue.
Salt, take them.
Like it's on discs.
There, take it.
You can't copy a music disc. This is gonna work out. Whatever.
See, I didn't have when I first started playing XCOM, we didn't have UFO defense. My dad got Terror from the Deep. That's what I started with.
We didn't play XCOM so much, you just had your balls kicked in repeatedly, being like, I don't understand.
So you get wrecked by, what, Snake Man or...
Dad, how am I supposed to play this? Is it supposed to be fun? I don't understand. What's going on? And he would be like, son, this is XCOM. XCOM is misery and pain until you finally give up and defeat. It's an allegory, but your adult life would be.
See, I don't think my dad ever ended up playing Terror from the Deep. I think it was just me and my brother.
I don't want to be underwater.
God, die. She dead. Thank you.
What is she?
I don't know. What am I? My God.
Terror from the Deep is one of those things where I kept giving it chances.
But what is she? Alive or dead?
Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question
To be like, you know, like, XCOM is so amazing. I should love this game. Why don't I like it more? I'm gonna keep trying until I do. And then eventually I was like, you know what? This sucks. This sucks and it isn't fun.
Like us all.
And then eventually I grew up to be an adult and have my opinion validated because it turned out the game was broken as fuck.
See, if it worked perfectly, I enjoy. I still like Terror from the Deep. There's I like the art design and, you know, being underwater and that cool shit.
Yeah, well, the issue is that it didn't work perfectly. It's that.
And that you could fuck yourself out of the game if you investigate the wrong thing.
Okay, well, yeah, there is that. What I was specifically thinking was XCOM. XCOM UFO Defense had a difficulty bug, in that whenever you loaded a save, it reset the game to the basic difficulty. Nobody knew this. So everybody played XCOM, absolutely stomping the shit out of the game, and being like, man, this is retard shit for babies. Microprose, we heard you're making Terror from the Deep. You know, can we get some difficulty? And they were like, you know, like, oh, internally, XCOM's pretty hard.
Right.
Like, what can we do differently? And so it's like 2-part terror missions and cruise ships and lobstermen and like the
fucker ships.
The fucking like research tree is curvier than a duck's dick. Like, there's more dead ends and traps than a duck vagina.
Would be a blessing, wouldn't it?
What was it?
They're sarcastic.
I'm honestly, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like trying to remember what was fun about Terror from the Deep, and I can't think of a whole lot that wasn't also in UFO Defense. So maybe I just like that the style of game.
She doesn't belong here.
I do remember. I distinctly remember the first time I ran into lobstermen, because I was still using harpoon guns because I was a stupid kid. Or no, I was using harpoon rifles.
Everyone's going to be using the harpoon rifles when the first time they get to lobstermen.
Because you don't expect.
That's how the difficulty is set to scale, because the game needs to be harder, because everyone is. The XCOM was too easy for everybody.
Oh, by the time you hit the lobstermen, you should probably be beyond harpoon rifles if you're playing as an adult.
Yeah. Well, with the benefit of like a decade's time, 2 decades time, you know, it's obvious now that you need to push it, but like you could, in original XCOM, you can screw around for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about going to a mission and a third of your people not being able to use their gun because you didn't pay close enough attention to the UFOpedia article about how it doesn't work on land.
I remember that. That was fun. Like when you're using the gas cannons, or
it's the gas. No, the gas cannons did work. It was the like auto gun one, the rocket launcher, and then something else just like didn't work on land.
That's why I always just deleted all that shit. It's like get rid of yeah.
Suck a D, player. Oh, you've got the sweet flying armor that only works underwater.
Yeah, it's like they tried too hard to make it stupidly hard.
Yeah.
Without actually making the game harder necessarily, they just made it stupid.
They permanently made it more tedious.
Yeah, that's... The brains, I think, were more upsetting than the chrysalids were.
Oh yeah, the...
Tentaculats.
I mean, they were literally just chrysalids, except they could fly and move further. And were harder to kill.
I always save scum the hell out of that game, but when I was a kid. But I remember meeting up with one of those tentaculats during one of the alien base missions, and I didn't want it to kill any of my guys, so I had like 4 people set up to auto-fire it. And I just lured it out slowly out of the control room. Those good times. But that lobster man that I found with the dart guns, it took a long time to kill that one. I ended up doing it, I think.
I didn't have that much trouble the first time I ran into lobster man because
I've got ammo! Here!
That'll do.
my playstyle was very heavily centered on
Melee?
No, not melee. Everybody having the big heavy explosive charge.
Well, they're weak to the... they're actually weak to melee attacks, if I remember correctly. Like the lances or whatnot. But nobody uses those, so why would you?
Well, I don't think you can get those until after...
Oh, after Lobsterman.
Yeah.
Well, there's like the drills.
Yeah, thermic lances.
But there's another thing, too. Like some sort of big stick.
Oh, the tasers?
Yeah.
Or the... They were...
Stun rods.
Cryo stun, so to speak.
How much is left in this game? It's a lot, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you take a look at this lock?
Telling you, man. Came out says it's welcome.
It's like, I feel like we should... Do enemies always look like this when they burn? I don't think so. It feels like the game should be getting close to done, you know, with where the story is. Like with what's happened so far. Well, that's cool. She comes in here and warms her hands in the fire. That's a nice ambient AI there. Oh god, I remember this. Are we gonna like... Oh, we're gonna go back in time.
Should I open it?
Gotta go back.
What has happened so far? Oh god. I don't know, we've been blitzkrieging through a lot of this because I haven't really cared. We've been talking about like porn and shit. But... we're going back in time to learn stuff. I don't fucking know.
And Madame Lutece.
Furthermore, the man is quite sterile. It's a lie. Come here, you little bastard! I want you out of my house!
Yeah, what Senior said.
Sterile.
They weren't my parents.
Then what were you to them?
A child that they decided to imprison.
Oh, that's right. It's her mom, isn't
She
it?
deserved whatever Comstock did to her.
Lady Comstock?
Yeah. Her quote-unquote mom.
Yeah.
What did you mean before when you said Lady Comstock didn't belong here?
She's almost feral. It's like she's a reflection of... I don't know.
Oh, that's right, Sprawl. I remember I did tell you about my writing because I was doing research last week.
What?
Well, I was telling him because he's always talking about how Florida is such a shithole, and I was telling him that you know, Florida really is kind of a shithole, because I was looking up, what was I looking up? It was like Swinger Party on Google, and literally first Google result is a swingers resort in Kissimmee, Florida.
Nice.
Alright, Ronan, peace out. Thanks for hanging. And say classy, Halman. What? I'm assuming that's sarcasm. Am I not classy? Or am I actually classy? I don't think so.
Son, schools come to me to learn how to be classy. See you later, Ronan. Douche.
What is this?
Started it.
Are you going to bed, Future Sleuth, or are you just saying goodnight to Ronan? Can't tell.
It's not cool to give us
already.
Well, people are working tonight. I guess they're paying attention to our intricate stories about AOL. Maybe because this game doesn't have a ton of interesting shit to talk about, because the story is dumb. Oh.
But yeah, I love why I got that toss morning in AOL.
What was from trading pics?
No.
Why is that? I forget.
I was doing a sim, a chat room sim, a Star Trek one, and someone complained about what I was doing, and then like messaged me about it, and I was just like, "Fuck off, dude." You're having conniptions at a like 10-year-old. Just chill the fuck out. And of course, because it was some autistic adult. I like Star Trek. I want to pretend to be in Star Trek with children. I better report this guy.
Was that is that against the TOS to do a sim?
No, to swear.
Oh, I forgot. In chat rooms, I remember you couldn't do that. Because it's steampunky and dumb, Senior.
And then the fucking second time pissed me off so much. Like we were hanging out in a video game chat room talking about something, and someone was being stupid. I don't even remember what he was saying or what it was about. I think we were talking about like Master Variant 2 or something. And my friend was over, and I was like, I have to pee, I'll be right back.
Fireman over there!
And so like in the 30 seconds I'm gone, he types to this guy like, "Fuck off, loser baby." And it's like, this is problematic. I think you're gonna get me in trouble. And then it's like, goodbye.
Who reports people for swearing on AOL?
Turds.
Those are babies.
The kind of just Spurglord who's getting into arguments about video games with kids on the internet. Yes, Sarnixib, exactly that. I was 10 years old, and that's what the internet was for. Going in and pretending to be on Star Trek, because none of my other friends actually liked it.
Have you seen that one, God, what is it? Maxwell did like 4 videos on it, of that one program that's like a starship that is like super RP built.
Oh,
like
Project or Artemis or whatever?
Probably, yeah. That's hilarious, because the guys like are actually trying to roleplay while he's just dicking around.
It's with like 4 actual people, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like 4 of his friends and like a couple like people who didn't know that he was just dicking around. Like random people who actually patron the server.
Oh, if it's a server, then it's something else. The thing I'm thinking of is like 4 people in the same room who have like different computers that are their consoles.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
It's like Artemis or something. It seems really cool.
Oh wait, is that like the? Oh no. That's yeah, I remember that. Did Maxwell do that?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
that's the only cooperative pretending to be a space thing I know about is Artemis or whatever it's called.
No, it's like a. Hold on, fucking trolls all over the place. Yeah, it's like a computer program where you just are RPing as being in one of the starships. I would say it's like a very small MMO, sort of, where you just pretend. Yeah, what Corp said.
We always okay. I'll watch that later.
It's worth watching. If that's the first one, the third and fourth ones kind of suck because then it's just him on his own with his friends, and they're all dicking around. It's not nearly as funny.
Every once in a while, my friends and I would get temporary, like, trial accounts for Sierra's sort of prototype MMO thing called The Realm, which was like a weird mix of sort of regular MMO-y stuff and then mostly just standing around talking to people because the combat was super deadly and it didn't really make sense why things would happen. And like it was just this really weird, awful experience, but we would just screw with people.
That's what you do in MMOs.
And then get our temp account like immediately banned.
One of the games,
like men and women would be talking and we'd be like, seriously, no, dude, you just want to talk about your balls. What's going on, man? Hanging low. That shit's shaved, right? I mean, I know it's the Middle Ages, but come on. Don't make it floss. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
One of the I mentioned before that I used to play like a Korean style MMO, and back when it was still in like late beta, you could just make as many accounts as you wanted, and you could send like the in-game mail. You could like send a bunch of spam messages and whatnot, and just mess with people. And they had this in-game jail, and I was just sending like messages to everybody, like just bullshitting with people and just pissing people off. So I ended up being in jail for something like 5 or 6 years. And when they finally went out of beta, my character was released from jail, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll play with this character now. This is gonna be my ex-con character who lives in jail for forever. And one of the in-game Arkan, GMs came in and was telling me I needed to stop sending messages, and I was just like whispering to him that I was shining his bald head and just getting ready to,
cut off your head.
He's like, look, son, you gotta clean up your act, turn your life around. And you're like, look, douche.
Well, there was an in-game, like, it was called Sage, and it was like you could talk to everybody on the server. So like everybody who sent a message to the server, I would send them a message like relating to their talking. Like if they said, hey, I'm looking for a group, it's like, I'm looking for a group, if you know what I mean. Shit like that. And then like eventually they started talking about me in the chat. It was just amazing because I was in jail with this guy named Master Bader, and he said he was a fisherman. And he was all mad because it's like, I don't know why they threw me in jail. I'm like a master fisherman. The same argument everyone gives in every game with that name, but it was funny because I was like 15 years younger than I am now.
Yeah.
Maxwell just started posting new stuff. I know he did Octodad, like the new Octodad. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Yeah, Gorp, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're on the Enterprise, and you're just RPing. You're not. It's no game. It's not a game at all. It's just you're pretending to be on this Enterprise. Oh god, I remember hating this area.
I mean, I don't really know anything about that, but fucking with the role players in Star Trek Online was a thing of beauty.
Fucking with role players in pretty much any game is just amazing. Alright, peace out, Sleuth.
See ya. See ya, buddy. I was gonna say a mean thing. And I did.
I was gonna say, I'm like...
Okay.
Oh, God. The problem with this game is it feels awful samey after a while. It's like all the areas, it's like, go to an area, kill everybody, get some dumb backstory. DOD? What is DOD?
I don't know. Roar Dots. He's probably saying Roar Dots.
Oh, do Star Trek Online or something. I have Star Trek Online, or I did.
At this point in its life cycle, it's not really feasible to fuck with people. They just...
Well, it's a free-to-play, isn't it? It's probably not even fun anymore.
Yeah, there's that too. But just the moderators know our whole shtick, and they don't like us. Like, essentially being a goon means that they will ignore people breaking the rules if they're breaking them in a way that negatively affects you. Because the lead moderator guy, Bran Flakes, was some erotic role player who ended up getting hired to do this. And the erotic role players were like... target number one for let's fuck with these people with goons. So he just has this like absolutely neurotic hatred of goons. Like he straight up cannot deal with the idea of there being people from something awful in the video game having fun. And so the slightest provocation.
How did he know they were goons? Unless they were all just studying, you know, stairs in the house, etc.
Because you're in like Starfleet, so. Like, Butts, free Butts by the way, Butts got banned from the game because of, like, jokes about Hitler that he had sent in the private in-game mail to another goon.
That's terrible.
Because once the guy realized he had the power and could look through all this shit,
seems easy enough.
He started moderating, like, private chats and emails we were sending to each other and stuff.
See, if you're sending it, you know, if you're talking in game, then you know you're risking your own ass. But
their terms of service were written in such a way that, like, cursing at any point anywhere in the game, even if it's a private communication between two parties who both consent to the use of the language, it's against the rules and they can ban you for it. And it's like, that is... I know it's Star Trek, but that's a little autistic even for us. Come on. We just want to interrupt you talking about how you're gonna nibble on your sex partner's tail and spray you with fire hydrants as we jump around in our spacesuits. Why is that too much to ask? Or like, hey, you're a really weird dude who won't just like teleport off ships, so we can literally take you hostage in the hallways of a spaceship.
We might need it later.
And you won't just leave. No. You will wait until we give up and get bored, like 2 hours into it.
I'm guessing there's a lot of slightly autistic people.
Footsteps seem to go.
I found some money.
Slightly nothing.
Want it?
I was being polite.
That was, I can't remember who it was. It was like Commander Chakotay or something, and he just roleplayed being Chakotay. But like, Chakotay that propositions literally everyone he meets for sex. And the game had physical interaction, so like if someone was standing in front of you, you couldn't run through them. And if they dropped, you know, like a big space shield to hide behind, you couldn't go through that. You had to walk around it. So goons would just wait till he was walking through a room that had like alcoves or something and drop the shield so that he would get pushed into it and couldn't move. And he would just wait. You had the option to just like right click and teleport off the ship. And he would wait until we gave up and he could walk to the teleporter room to teleport off and go to his ship. Because role-playing.
It's like not quick traveling in Fallout. It's too cheesy to...
It's like not quick traveling in Fallout, but also goons have like completely gimped your ability to move in-game.
They just encumbered you.
Yeah. Like you are making a weird decision to not enjoy yourself. And half of us would be dropping shields, and the other half would be spraying fire hydrants everywhere. Goons were responsible for ruining every fun item in the game.
See, the sad thing is he probably was enjoying himself. Like him, he thought he was taking the moral ground, like Chakotay would.
Oh, Chakotay's the worst.
Have you gotten any farther in your Star Trek Voyager watching?
Glorp. A bit. You can make aliens that look exactly like Cardassians, and it doesn't matter what your race is. No one ever comments on it or cares.
Hudson's Tailors.
Maybe that's where the code book is.
Because nobody picks races because of their...
Well, everybody makes an alien, so they can give themselves like maximum tits and be like a cat princess from Planet Pussy.
You mean like my Final Fantasy XIV cat character?
I have a hard time like coming down really negatively on the Final Fantasy stuff because it's all
fantasy.
It's all so tame compared to what I'm used to from Japan. It's like the cat girls aren't all like octuple thieves.
Well, they shouldn't be. It's not realistic.
Well, I know, but I mean, like nobody in Final Fantasy XIV has like giant melon titties.
Yeah, I think I tried to make like maximum bust size, and it's
maximum
really
size just brought them up to like
a C, like tops.
Yeah, cat princess from Planet Pussy. It's my indie film. I'm launching the Kickstarter next week. You guys will never guess what the story is actually about. Rourke, make a guess.
100% honest, I was sort of focused on this combat, so I wasn't listening.
Oh, I was saying the cat princess from Planet Pussy is going to be my indie film. Guess what it's about. And then you would say something, and I would be like, actually, it's about ethics in video game journalism.
Memes.
Oh, it's going to be so obvious when that finally gets to the chat.
More money.
Pretty proud of myself right now.
Oh, I hear the stupid ghost. That's the spirit corp.
Interesting.
Although none of you post in the post your favorite meme thread in PYF, so I'd like to say that I appreciate memes more than any of you.
I mean, I don't post in it, but that's because I can't bring top quality lols to the goon masses.
You just copy and paste from Imgur.
Yeah, I don't want to have to look through Imgur.
Well, Imgur's fun. I mean, fuck the community, but you get pictures and shit.
Also, just how dare you say, damn, it was just a meme. It was the best meme.
It's really complicated getting, like, a bunch of... If you actually gave a shit about points, it's... You post the most random shit, and it will get you, like, tons of points. So you can feel better about yourself for being super funny. Like there was a picture about a bar in Canada that somebody didn't drive their car home, so they left a sign on their window saying, "Hey, thanks for not driving. Here's a free, free money for not driving drunk." And I posted that I googled that it was in Canada, and that doesn't help me because I'm hungry. And I got like 1,900 points. It was insane. Let me look it up. It was insane because every now and then I'll see something and I'll be like randomly say, "Hey, I want to get some internet points so I can feel better about myself," and then I post something and it never actually gets any points, and then that gets so many. Where is it? Gallery. He's too good for that. You think you're too good for Imgur? Is that what you're saying?
Why do you have to glorp out about everything? God damn it, glorp.
Here you go. Here's where I have my... I think that's the most points I've ever gotten. That stupid fucking site.
Actually, I don't post on the forums.
Oh, what do you mean with your posting abilities? Everybody posts autistically on the internet.
And if I do this,
just post in Let's Play. Everybody in Let's Play is just awful, including me.
Now, why does the Prophet want these two killed? For the same reason Lady Comstock lies buried. Child. And why does he want me to do it? Because only you can make it seem an accident.
I don't think that's the real Lady Comstock. I think she's a combination of herself and my feelings towards her.
What do you mean?
I'm just so angry at her.
I'll get like that too, Glorp, but never in Let's Play, because who cares what people in Let's Play think? I love Let's Play, but screw everybody in it, because everyone's an idiot. Let's Play.
I understand it myself.
You either don't give a crap about the Let's Play you're watching, or you're way too into it. And either way is just bad.
Well, the goon thing to do is to be all hipster. I'm not.
Seems right up your alley.
I don't care about the things I like.
Basically.
Got it.
Which, I mean, if that's the kind of life you want to live, where you're constantly pretending not to enjoy anything, I guess don't have fun with that, because that would be enjoying something.
Well, part of the internet is just hating on everything in the world. Like, if you... Respect. But it's kosher just to hate it. Everyone hates everything on the internet. That's the cool thing. Like, there's so much mob mentality in the internet.
Like, I like dumb nerd shit, and I have zero issues with people knowing it. Because I'm an adult, I can like whatever I want. Fuck off. And I have discovered that if someone is going to be the kind of person who would be like, "Oh, video games, ugh," I won't like them, just in general, for being that kind of person. So it doesn't matter, so they can get fucked. But at the same time, don't be too serious about shit, man. Just do stuff you enjoy. And enjoy doing it, and don't get all up your butt about it. And that is something people on the internet are really bad at not doing.
I mean, getting things up their butts.
Yeah, people take shit way too seriously. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking something seriously or putting effort into something, but you know, like some goons take Let's Play way too seriously.
That's true. I love it when you get a narrative Let's Play where somebody's making the story and people get way too into the story. It's like, what is it? Like the Final Fantasy Legend 2 by Chokes, I think his name is. It's pretty decent. You know, he's doing a good job. But reading some of the replies, like people are like creepily into this story.
Like I remember all the people who were like, "Oh, I'm so excited that they're not patronizing us by calling it a pseudo hobby anymore." In the title of the subforum, I was like, "No, still a pseudo hobby."
Yeah, it's still just people playing on the internet, playing video games.
This is not on the same level as some dude having like a super sweet wood burner in his shed and making super cool wood burnings. It's those own. This is just video games on the internet, man. End of the day, you've saved somebody like $20 and maybe some of their time to show them a video game.
See, I guess I'm strange in that aspect because I don't generally watch a lot of Let's Plays that I haven't actually played the game of.
If there's a game that I never had a chance to play, like a lot of console games, I will watch the praise for it. What are wood burnings? Oh my god, have you never seen a wood burning? You literally just take a flat piece of wood and burn it with like a soldering iron and make sweet fucking pictures. Because like the people who are good at wood burning are really good at wood burning. And they can do some like crazy intricate shit considering they're doing shades of burned wood. I was giving a facetious example of a sort of craftsy hobby.
Like
to be like, haha, get it? You're actually producing a thing.
Need money?
Like Let's Plays don't produce much unless you're somehow famous enough to get ad revenue.
Well, I mean, you're still making something. Whatever.
You can call it art. I mean, whether
I would not call it art.
Whether you appreciate, whether you think it's fine art or not, technically you are creating some form of art. I mean, people would take that way too far and call it, like museum quality, but it's going a bit far.
I'm joking, Cernix. Hobbies don't have to be productive. Hobbies have to be something you enjoy.
Is miniature wargaming kind of... Yeah.
They don't even, I guess, necessarily need to be something you enjoy, but they should be.
Why don't do a hobby you don't enjoy? Some LPs are art, like the Void Let's Play. God, I love that Let's Play. I need to watch that again. It needs to be like time number 4 or 5.
When I was still in college, I had Slow Beef's Super Metroid Let's Play on my Zune, and I would just watch it between classes. Or I would listen to it between classes because it was hilarious. Just listening to them be.
I don't think I ever watched the whole thing.
There would be like long periods where they're just talking about Super Metroid like there's nothing wrong, and then they would like bring up the fact that he was playing the Justin Bailey mod that had her in a like weird swimsuit and was sexualized and stuff. It's God, what was the? Oh, it was a Mindus sound or something like. I can't remember the guy who made it, but they would make fun of him all the time about what a like giant weeaboo nerd he was.
Billy?
Oxamend. No, whoever made the...
Oh, right,
the ROM patch, the Justin Bailey Super Metroid ROM patch. Because, you know, it would be... And it was them playing Super Metroid Limit, so some of the rooms were moved around and changed and stuff. So slowly we'd be like, man, I have no idea how to get to Fantoon. And then he would stop and be like, oh my god, look at how she moves in the water. This is ridiculous. What the fuck, Ozymandias-san? Or when he'd... Like, I really love the Ridley voice.
Yeah, Ridley voice pretty great.
I can't do it.
I would recommend you not. It's one of those things that's not really imitatable.
So good.
I like the Darkseid 2. Like I rewatched that. I just did recently, actually. Like the 6 hours worth of. That's why it always cracks me up when he posted like a little while ago. Like we need to sit down and actually like tear it apart and make it condensed. Like what? Why? Why would you do that? It was amazing as it was. That was the point. The funny part was you guys just bullshitting. Fucking really. It's down here. Thank you. Yes, this way. Yeah, Gorp. I don't know when I was getting a little lost.
Him doing the Police Knots one was pretty nice.
I never watched Police Knots. I just realized he was streaming today.
He always streams like weird bullet hell shooters. And I'm just... Okay.
I don't know if I could watch bullet hell. He was streaming Final Fantasy V Fiesta, I guess, at one point.
Guess that might be fun to watch.
If you're watching Darkseid 2 to see the video game Darkseid 2, yeah, well, it's not really a good game. Yeah, that's what cracked me up about it. It's like it's so long. We need to cut it down. It's like, well, the game sucks. Nobody's watching for the game. They're watching you two do a podcast of how terrible the game is. I'm still not 100% sure what the Fiesta is. People keep talking about it, and I've sort of distanced myself kind of intentionally. I never pay attention. I promise I'll pay attention this time.
Alright, so you know how Final Fantasy V has the job system?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Job Fiesta, you literally just tweet this robot that tells you which of the jobs you can use. Only use those, and that is it.
For the whole game.
Yep. So you get... I've only played like half of it, but you only get like one from each crystal or something.
So like Barbarian...
All yours.
So you get, yeah, like at the start of the game, you get one class that everybody has to be until you get the other ones.
I wasn't really crazy about Final Fantasy V, to be honest. I thought it was okay.
I got the the ROM that was fan translated, and so his name was Butts or whatever. And I was like, this is beneath me as a 12-year-old. Or whatever I was, and I was like, I ain't gonna play this.
I thought his name actually was Butts.
Well, yeah, I learned that eventually.
It's like you thought that was just ROM hacked in to have a funny name.
Yeah, like, you learn it's a fan translation, and it's like, oh, his name's Butts. No, it's not. Fuck you. I've played 6. I remember the retard names everybody has.
Where am I going? Over there? After I get done with this stupid area, how much more game is there? I mean, where do we go after this? Do we go onto like the...
What exactly are you... Have you
I'm looking for those 3 tears.
Oh god, you've got quite a bit left.
Alright, I'll probably finish this part. And it's getting late, damn.
So, yeah, like, I don't think you've done the bank at all. I
don't even remember what that is.
There's a bank. It's after the there's a big plot break with you and Elizabeth. And it's after that happens.
Plot break, like she leaves?
Open it.
Yeah, do you not remember?
She left like earlier.
Well, she goes somewhere, and then you have to find her, and it turns out she went somewhen.
I very, very vaguely remember this.
There's some time travel, and it's actually the time travel that allows the plot to resolve itself.
No, I think we're pretty much done with the Vox, Senior. This is... Actually, no, this isn't. This is the Vox still, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
He's hiding over there!
Here! Ammo! Booker, catch!
Much obliged.
That's all I have right now.
How the hell do you know, Sprawl? You haven't played this game.
He killed Lady Comstock. Mortessus.
And anyone who knew the truth was better dead than alive.
I'm not even his
This is a ridiculously long game. Like,
well, it was supposed to be. It was like a AAA game. I mean, the first time you play it, you should be spending, like, what, 20 hours minimum if you actually pay attention and look around and loot everything.
I mean, it would be nice if that were the standard for AAA games, but a lot of them are pretty short.
I mean, I'm used to shorter games now, like less than 10 hours, but... Oh. Depends on how you play it, Sprawl. You gotta play on veteran mode.
Well, the single player stuff is literally just a like introduction as to these are the game mechanics that will be in multiplayer. Good luck.
Hard mode was hard. It offered a challenge.
The last Call of Duty I really bothered to play at all was World of War.
I started playing that and then lost interest.
Because I mostly played it, the multiplayer with a friend. Which let us, like, if someone was being a douche in the voice chat or just generally playing like a shitlord, the odds were that one of us was hosting so we could just, like, team kill. And it would, like, the whole thing would implode. It was amazing.
You know, I don't remember the last big AAA game I played. God. What was the last game I played that had, like, a lot of hours other than, like, Fallout? And even that wasn't
Witcher 3.
I guess Witcher 2 would have been one, but Witcher 3 is one. Like, all the recent games I've played have been... Like, what, Duck Game was probably the most recent game I own. And that's not even really a real-ish game.
I mean, Octodad, but that's only a couple hours.
Yeah. Octodad is like 4 tops.
That's, I guess, actually, that's... The second one had a lot more money thrown at it, but...
Well, it was a great game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's not long. To be fair, though, Octodad's only like, what?
I know you hate me for not being
$10,
your daughter.
$15
And I
tops.
hated you for not being my mother. I found some money. Want it?
Pillars of Eternity was pretty long and decent, but again, that wasn't... I wouldn't say that was a AAA game. That was how far can we stretch this shoestring. So it turns out long enough to make a pretty decent escape point.
So, take him!
Did Spec Ops have some money behind it? I'm sure it did.
Spec Ops: The Line?
Yeah.
If it did, it didn't have much.
That's true, I just played Spec Ops. That wasn't very long at all.
Spec Ops is like weird middle ground, where it's very obviously meant more as a sort of arty game, where it's sort of meta-narrative stuff. What does it mean to video game? Oh, what's player agency? You're like, you could have stopped this at any time, you just kept doing it because the game told you to.
I did not enjoy Spec Ops.
I didn't think you would.
Not a great game. I mean, the gameplay is fine, but I don't like the way the story. I don't like the way they said you're gonna make all these decisions, and then you don't actually make any decisions. And then I think Yagan was like, well, you can make the decision to not play the game anymore, which is that's a bullshit decision. Like, that's not a decision.
I don't know. I can appreciate what they were going for with it.
Come back to me.
Yeah, it's a fairly interesting idea. Some interesting
That'll
stuff
do.
going on. It's not necessarily the cleverest thing in the world, but not everything needs to be. Sometimes you can just be like, alright, that's neat. I don't know how I'm gonna steal this stuff. Where is she? Arena. No, Arena.
Here, ammo. That's it.
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna dedicate my like 4th tournament win in 2 days to you, just like the other ones. I like that she's not even impressed. Oh, another tournament victory! Hurrah!
Are you still playing Mountain Blade?
I'm never not playing Mountain Blade.
I couldn't really get into that game. I tried it for a little bit. It was okay, but not as amazing as I heard.
From the reality that I had built up in my own head. He pretended to love you, like he pretended to love me. I am not your husband's bastard.
Here, Glorp, here's some exposition for you.
My days of victimhood are done. We must forgive each other. Because there is one far worse than you or I.
Here, Glorp, here's some exposition for you. Glorp, what a prick.
Because you wouldn't keep his secret about me.
Because we're streaming.
If that's so,
man, we already have a combined small,
not in this world. But maybe
small
this is
user base.
A world where
I ain't gonna fracture that shit.
I saved him.
I know the difference between exposition and lore.
Is that possible?
Like, this isn't lore because it's happening right now.
Find out.
It really is. It really just is the absolute best thing about Witches to me.
Thank you.
Is this Comstock's house? Alright.
And it's great, Sprawl, because it works for pretty much anybody. Just say their name. Say their name. What a prick.
Well, if you did want to, I think I'm gonna bail here. If you did want to start streaming, then everybody could just go join you. Did you want to do that? Should I tell people to do that?
Something just touched my elbow. I don't like that. I mean, I guess I could.
Alright, well, if y'all want to go follow Halman over to his stream, maybe he'll play video games for you, but I'm gonna go to bed. It's late, so peace out.
See you later.
I know y'all. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, maybe.